Travesty. Now, I was hearing that the Billboard that was supposed to be down Monday morning, Terry, has gotten some serious bonus time.
Bonus time!
And is still up there as we speak right now, or at least it was as of last night.
Well, that's exciting.
I don't know why.
Well, bonus time.
Well, I don't know why. You signed little...
Good behavior?
You signed little contracts for... You're supposed to get out because Google here. You signed little contracts for these billboards. It's all official like that. And the deal was Monday to the next Monday. Well, 2 weeks later, Monday. Mm-hmm. So for 2 full weeks, it was supposed to be down Monday morning. Maybe it's still there.
Wow.
It'll never go away.
Yeah. Were you trying to say something there, Stephen?
No.
Okay.
Well, I mean, maybe the people... Well, what I was thinking...
Yes, David.
It's possible that the people who have it next just said, well, keep that one up. Mm-hmm. We'll pay for it.
Yes.
We'll let it go again.
You got next, and we'll keep that one.
We're doing fine here at Les Schwab. We want the T-Man's Billboard to stay up.
Right.
And we'll pay you to keep it up.
Could be.
That's a fascinating suggestion that some local business said, how dare we take that spot? Maybe it'll be a little trend, and it'll be up all through next season.
Yeah.
Or it could come down later this morning. One of the two.
Oh, my goodness.
But the word is from the emailers, Terry, and you guys said it earlier this week, and I've gotten enough of confirmation to feel comfortable by saying.
Not just us saying
that
it.
The damn thing is still up there as of last night, late last night.
Well, that damn thing looks good then.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
Just being there.
To everyone but Bill Levy. And his crew.
Yeah.
Bob Wagner from Pittsburgh. All right, don't get me started, Terry.
Because it's a dress.
Bill Wagner?
I think it's Bill.
Bob?
It's Bob Wagner,
it's Bob.
for sure,
Yes,
but I don't remember who
Isn't
Levy's
it
name was.
Bill?
You don't remember what?
Bill Levy and Bob Wagner?
Yeah, you don't remember what?
It's Bob Wagner, but I don't remember Levy's first name.
It's Bill.
Bill, okay.
Yeah, Bill Levy.
It's Bob and Bill. It's, somehow, however you want to arrange it.
Mm-hmm.
Neil and Bob.
Oh, I was waiting for someone to jump on that. I didn't think it'd be you, Stephen.
Really?
Yeah, I'll count on you to jump on Neil and Bob. Anyway.
Oh, my God.
The bottom line is the Billboard's still up there, 3 extra bonus days.
Bonus days, 3 extra.
So the question is, how many bonus days will they stick on in a row? Is today the last one? Now this has become a mystery of itself.
How many bonus days will the T-Man have?
I don't know, but these are free days. Free days of advertising how bad the referees sucked in that game that we're all pretty much over by now. But anyway.
Are we really?
Well, not the Billboard company. Love it. Love bonus time.
Bonus time.
That's great.
Yes.
Exciting.
Speaking of bonus time, how are you there, Terry? You doing good?
Bonus time Terry is good.
Wow. Bonus time Terry doing well.
Yeah.
Yes.
I have a few more bonus days to give, but
Mm-hmm. Oh, I don't even know what that means, but it sounds good.
We're all about bonus time and days.
Well, don't try to explain it, Terry. It's not going to work. I think you subliminally said something.
Yeah.
Even though you're a married and settled woman, you still feel like you have some bonus days to hand out.
Bonus days to hand out.
Yeah.
Terry-free bonus days.
Wow.
Terry-free money a bunny.
Oh, yeah.
I think she thought you said boner days.
Mm-hmm.
It's a big difference.
Got some boner days left in you, Terry?
No, probably not. Not with the wizard sleeve flapping.
Wow.
Did everything work out at home last night? I mean, you kiss your son goodnight and everything?
Who are you talking about, me?
Yeah.
Of course.
Okay, because I know there was an issue.
There was an issue the day before.
Okay. Wanted to make sure everything was on the level again.
You know how rare a head of online poker that was? You need to get on me. Anyway.
No, actually, we don't. We just kind of figure that you probably...
No, I mean, I understand that. I mean,
yes. Yes, yes.
That's good.
Staying with me all weekend.
Yeah.
Yes. Yes, yes. You don't have to worry. I gave him enough kisses for you and me.
No, good.
Uh-huh.
And Ben?
For Ben and me. And yes. Now, do you have power out there, Incarnation?
we actually did. It was surprising.
Because I'm hearing about all this power knocked out this morning, and anytime they say that, Kilbreath comes in saying, yeah, no power.
Not for the last 5 days.
And I would think that having an infant son, you'd want to have some power.
Have you guys thought about investing in a generator?
We have, actually.
Oh,
yes.
do you? Or you have one? Or
We thought
We don't
about
have
it.
one, but we're...
They thought about it.
Well, we're looking into it. It's not like they put one in, the next day.
But the way you had answered it, it almost made it seem like you'd already thought about it and purchased it.
Oh, no, we have not purchased it.
Oh, we've thought about it, yeah.
I've thought about a lot of stuff.
So have I, but... I mean, but they don't put it in. You actually go buy one.
Yeah, you have to actually make a...
No, they actually put them in if you get a propane one.
Well, you going to do it or not? I mean, eventually your son's
want the
going to
whole
be
house
going off
lit
to
up.
college. You're not going to need it.
You want the whole... So you want to get the big daddy.
Yeah.
You should get
We're
one, man.
going all the way.
With the fact that you get power outages at every zephyr of wind, I would think maybe this is the kind of thing that's right up your alley needs.
Yeah. No, it's pretty cool because we're on a different substation than like all the neighbors, and so usually we don't have it, but they all do, so it's kind of annoying. But this morning I left and they didn't have it. In your face, neighbors.
Wow.
There it is.
That's what happens when you live in the woods by yourself.
I know,
Sort
you
of things make you happy.
Neighbors that I've never met.
In your face neighbors actually is funny to you when you live isolated like that. Steven,
Yes.
I would get that generator before the end of the weekend. I don't know how you sit around waiting for the next power failure with an infant son not having the generator. I would put that like top, middle, bottom of your list. You make sure you get that done this weekend. I mean, that's just me.
All right, well, we'll work on it. We're taking bids, so...
So anybody that puts in generators, throw a bid his way.
Right.
That's pretty much what he's saying.
No, I'm not looking for any sort of handout. I'm just...
Looking for the lowest price you could possibly find.
That's what bids are for.
Well, and the best company to put it in. Mm-hmm. It may not be the lowest price.
All right. There it is. He's due for 6 more power failures before he gets the generator, trust me.
Just as long as the TiVo works when it's out. That's all that matters.
They got plenty of blankets. Everyone's fine.
The T-Man.
Guess who's on the new Wheaties box? Seattle native and gold medal speed skater Apollo Anton Ono is on the new boxes of Wheaties. Ono took home 1 gold medal and 2 bronzes from this year's Olympics in Italy.
What kind of big deal is that, Terry? Our general manager of this radio station has a Wheaties box with her face on it outside in the
I know that.
in the lobby.
Yeah, I saw that.
Not that that's not a huge deal, Terry, but apparently doesn't take that much to get your face on a Wheaties box these days.
Well,
She's been noted as one of the top 50 women in radio.
Really?
yeah.
But I'm not
Terry
sure.
was number 52.
I'm not sure that's why they give you a Wheaties box. I think somebody just made it up on their own.
No, really?
Now, to have it mass produced and put in the grocery stores is kind of an accomplishment.
Kind of.
Right. Mm-hmm. Did you notice our general manager, by the way, has been walking around with crutches and a knee brace?
Yeah.
As soon as I saw her, it was obvious as to what happened there. I walked up to her. I said, torn ACL skiing? And she said, absolutely right.
Yeah.
I said, yeah, my only other guess was hooping, and I don't see that really.
Put your dunk on. Come on.
I don't see that actually being the case, so it was a pretty safe bet
Yeah.
that you tore your knee up skiing.
Plenty of people have done it.
Sonny Bono wished he had.
Yeah.
Got it a little worse there. Skiing, man. All right.
Although a fun activity is pretty,
Oh, Terry is about to editorialize. Yes.
pretty dangerous.
Oh, jeez. There it is.
Let's strap some wood on our feet and go really fast when we can't stop.
Over bumps.
Jeez.
Well, if you were any good, you'd be able to stop.
Well, the heavier you are, the faster you go.
Okay.
I'll take a pass.
But have you ever seen, like, little kids go barreling down a hill with no...
Not lately, Terry, because I'll tell you why. I used to ski. This is very bizarre because the skiing is so much better out here than it is where I used to live. I used to ski in New York. I haven't skied for 10 years. And yet the skiing up here, you just drive an hour here, 5 hours there. You got the best skiing in the world.
Yep. That's true.
Whistler, like the best skiing spot in the world, basically, now, right?
It's a nice joint. Yeah.
Well, it is. If it's not, it is now.
Nice.
And if it wasn't, it is pretty damn close.
Sure,
Maybe
but there's
Vail or...
That's one of the top resorts.
Yes.
It is.
And I have yet to be on skis since I moved out here. And I don't feel like I'm missing it, so it's all right.
No, you're not.
Yeah. We'll be tearing up ACLs.
Oh,
Man.
Be cold.
Be cold.
But you see all the little snow bunnies, all the little ladies and cute ladies in their ski outfits.
Find them right here in the studio, Terry. Thanks for nothing.
All warm.
And they're not playing sex over glass out in the ski slopes, are they?
Well, I don't know.
Hey, you kiss her. No, I'm not missing it at all.
It could be frozen and stuck together, maybe.
All I need is to fall down. Be trying to get a little help here. Come on.
Here. It's a fun activity, though.
I'm sure, as I remember, it is.
Tobogganing, you know?
But, I mean, it's not been a conscious
Tobogganing,
effort. It's
huh?
not been like, it hasn't been like, I refuse to go. It's just like, just haven't gotten around to it for 10 years.
Haven't had the urge.
No.
Set up to the luge course. Come on.
Now with all these boarders and plankers and whatever fighting it out, who needs that?
When was the last time you went skiing, Stephen?
It's been a while.
Stephen hates the boarders coming flying by him and taunting him.
Taunting me?
Ah, picture 49!
Jeez. You can't see picture 49 when I've got my hat on and everything.
Believe
all
it or not, you can,
buttoned
and
up.
that's the horrifying part. But you get taunted. I mean, you're the slow, methodical, plodding planker, and when the boarders come by you, I mean, you're what do they call the old-fashioned? Are those called plankers now? I haven't even lost the jargon. You're on regular skis, the old good old-fashioned skis with the poles.
Yeah.
Is that planking it or no?
It used to be. I don't know if it is.
I don't think it is anymore. I
now.
think planking it involves boarding now.
I don't know.
No, I don't know.
well.
I have no clue.
Okay.
That's for the wrong group.
Yeah. You're the wrong group. You're not
It's been a
skiing
while for me, too.
aficionados, but our general manager tore up her knee over the weekend.
Yeah.
Tore it up.
So bad for
ACL.
Imagine her crutch around with a big old ugly little thing.
Imagine her just sitting on the slope knowing she tore up her knee saying, I'm one of the most powerful women in radio. What am I doing here?
No. Damn it.
She was just in a magazine calling her one of the most powerful women in all of radio, Terry. Maybe the most powerful woman, and she's sitting there on the side of the slope with her knee tore up, looking and waiting for help.
Right. Where's
She
my
must be
personal
thinking,
helicopter? Bring it in.
Do I need this? That's what I'd be thinking if I was her. This is not supposed to happen to me!
Oh, my goodness.
She's got a big apparatus on her leg.
Yeah, she does.
It's not what we like to see, the big apparatus on her. You know what I'm saying?
Okay. Wow.
But boarders just fly by the skiers, and that's what's turned Steven off to it. He mentioned that. I remember him mentioning that in the past.
I do too. He
He
doesn't
doesn't
like
like it.
fighting for the hill.
He doesn't like it. He loses those fights. He gets taunted. He gets sprayed. He doesn't like it. He's not a combative or a confrontational person, so he's given up all skiing. There's your answer. Steven didn't have the ability to give it to you himself.
Okay.
But that's pretty much it.
Pretty much, I guess.
Well, if it's different, then speak up.
Well, I just haven't gone. I don't think it's because
Well,
of
tell us
snowboarders.
why.
I don't think it's because of snowboarders.
Well, you
I don't
did
think
complain.
I've made the time.
Did you not complain last time you went skiing about all the boarders flying by you, spraying you, basically trying to knock you over and all that stuff?
Well,
Was
I
that
think-
not you?
Well, I think because my wife tore her ACL when we
Oh.
were skiing that time, and it was a boarder that cut her off. I may have mentioned that, sure, but I don't think it was.
Oh, is that what happened?
I think so, yeah.
Well, she's not one of the most powerful women in radio yet.
That's too bad.
But
She's
you
not.
are.
She's number 55.
Oh, is that right?
2 places behind Terry.
Wow. Well, they're all moving up collectively here, I guess.
Boy, 55 and picture 49 in the same house.
Yeah, it's pretty good.
So what year
Good
was
number.
that she got her ACL torn up? I forgot
That
about
was like
that.
5
part.
years ago.
5 years ago?
So I think that was the last time I actually went, or maybe I went one more time after that. I
Were
don't
you
know.
married to her at this point?
No.
Well, how long you been married?
5 years?
Well, then it wasn't 5 years ago.
I guess not. It was in
It wasn't the
year,
day before you got married.
It
Was
was
it?
in the year 2000. So I keep thinking it's 2005, but it's not.
No.
So last I checked.
So it was 6 years ago.
It was actually President's Day in
Oh,
2000,
yes, you know,
so
that's
it
too
was
much.
now 6 years ago in a couple weeks.
That's the way Lincoln would have wanted it.
It is, yes. Out of Mount Bachelor.
Nice.
Nick, you have something to say to Steven? I don't know who opened up the phone lines, but they're apparently opening a pasty line up a call or two for Steven on the
Really?
skiing situation.
Really?
Nick, are you there?
Yep, I'm here.
Yes, Nick.
I think that's pretty funny, Stephen. You know, we're not trying to cut him off, but it's pretty funny when you fly by people like that aren't going that fast, and you can hear them screaming and yelling at you.
And the only time Steven may be a screamer or a yeller is on this kind of occasion.
Right.
So he's cracking up his
Stephen, you
stick.
don't have to give it up. Don't be a crybaby about it.
Well, I don't think I am, actually, but...
No, you're not crying about it, but don't give it up. Everybody's up there to ride.
No, I know.
That's
It's a
right,
lot of fun. I wish I did it more often.
You should go up there Saturday so I can fly by you.
I got to take advantage of the snow now because you never know what's going to happen next season.
Well, Steven's
Global
laughing
warming, there'll be
on
no
the...
more skiing.
Yeah.
Oh, it is.
More skiing.
You're almost rooting for that, aren't you, Steven? Steven's laughing on the outside, but on the inside, he wants to strangle you, sir.
My butt, right?
I'm telling you.
I'm sure.
What, you wouldn't
I'd
want
like
to
to
strangle a
see him.
guy who's taunting you, talking about cutting you off and spraying you and all that stuff, Steven? Why wouldn't you?
Spraying?
Yeah.
Hey, have a nice day. I got to go back to work.
Oh, wow. Okay. He's a busy guy.
Sorry to bother you.
Yeah, busy boarder.
Shawn!
Yeah.
Turn your radio down, Shawn.
Yeah.
What's up, Shawn?
What's going on?
You tell me, buddy.
For the T-Man?
Yes, that's me.
What's going on, man?
That's what I do.
Yeah.
All right. Hey, man, this is why I was calling here. Now, I need a menage, man.
Oh,
on
jeez.
Saturday.
Whoa, out of
Talk
nowhere.
about getting sprayed, Terry.
On Saturday, he
Talk
needs
about-
a specific date.
Talk about cutting them off and getting a need for arthroscopic surgery.
Whoa.
Yes, Shawn. What you need a menage, and you need it taken care of. You want it to be happening on Saturday.
Yeah, man.
What
It's
time
my-
on Saturday? Did you have a slotted time there?
Like Saturday night. It's my girl's birthday.
It's your girl's birthday, and you're looking for another guy to join you.
No.
Oh, I'm sorry. I must have misunderstood. I was just getting ready to send gayest on over.
One last little to-do before he gets cut up.
Well, yeah, his surgery is on Monday. Wouldn't that be a nice finality to it?
Yeah.
All right, so you're looking for a woman then.
Right.
And you're turning to me, Pimp Daddy T-Man.
Woo!
You would like me to help you out for your girlfriend, you said, her birthday?
Yes, absolutely. You are the one.
How old's your girlfriend going to be?
23.
23. And how old are you, sir?
28.
28? 28, 23. You've been going together for how long?
About 8 months.
8 months. No better time to break in the threesome action.
I guess not.
And you don't have any prospects for your girlfriend's birthday threesome action.
Got a couple.
All right.
Prospects, but she ain't liking them though.
Oh, well, then they're not prospects.
So that means
How do you consider them prospects if she doesn't like them?
He
likes them.
He likes them.
You like them. Well, it's prospects for your little side action, but not prospects for the Saturday night.
There you go.
Does she like the idea? I mean, or did she ask for it?
Now she wanted to watch.
Yeah.
No, actually, that's what she asked for. Personally.
Oh, okay.
Oh, so she knows this is a possibility. She knows this could be on the docket for Saturday night birthday party unwrapping kind of situation.
No, she told me it better be on the docket.
Wow.
Better be. She laid down.
See, that's not as interesting to me, Terry. The fact that she knows, she's waiting for it, she's prepared for it. I want a guy to call up and say, yeah, I've been going out with this girl 8 months. She has no clue. I don't even know if she's into it, but I'm going to surprise her with a threesome on Saturday night. That's what I want to hear.
Wow.
That's the guy I want to talk to.
The awkwardness.
I don't even know. I don't even know if this is her style, T-Man, but I'm going to throw it at her and just give it a run.
Hey, Amber, I want you to meet Kim.
Yeah, that's the kind of person I want to talk to, Terry. This guy's girlfriend knows all about it. She's waiting for it. She's even putting the pressure on for him to come up with someone. That's not interesting. There's no excitement there. She knows.
Yeah, you're right.
T-Man, I don't know if she is going to kill me or not, but she's getting it for her birthday. That's the guy I want to talk to, Terry.
Well, okay, Shawn, it's been a great day.
Oh,
Already have a good one.
So, Shawn, I'll tell you what.
What's up?
I could easily find someone for you. I don't know if there'll be a good situation. It's hard to tell over the phone, but it wouldn't be hard. But because your girlfriend is just sitting with the knife and the fork and the bib already. I mean, I don't know if I want to help him just yet, Terry. It's only Thursday. He's got tomorrow to call up and say, T-Man, I tried all day.
Right. Well, how does he, just exactly how do you get your prospects?
Exactly. How do I get them?
No, well, yeah, how do you, you said you had some prospects. I mean, do you just, see some hot chick and go, hey, are you interested in a menage? Because my girl needs one.
Wow.
It's more to it than that.
Okay, so how do you go about...
Shawn, if you're not getting what's happening here, Terry wants to know the tricks. Oh, the trade.
Because I want a menage for Saturday.
Arriba. Well, there you go.
I want to,
It's no different than when you meet a regular person. It's no different. You just find
Instead of saying, hi, isn't the weather been great? You say, hi, wouldn't the menage be great?
Oh,
just that simple, Terry. Yes.
Okay.
Tom's been there, according to...
you got to work your way up to it. You don't want to get smacked in the face.
Well, that's what
Depends what you ask. Tom!
You don't want to be rude and disrespectful about
Tom, you want to come on the air with Shawn?
You sure?
Tom, wait, Tom, are you there?
Huh?
Say what you got to say, Tom.
What's up out there?
Not much. You tell us what's on your mind. Shawn's listening.
I was just listening to you talk about that menage a trois, and I wanted to call in and tell you.
Say that word on the air, though, Tom.
You can do that.
Yeah, you can do it, but...
Yeah, we get that's what it's about.
We understand that that's what it all revolves around, but you can't say the F word on the air. So you got to either clean it up or...
yeah, I can clean it up.
Okay.
No problem.
All right, now Shawn is listening. He needs to hear.
So what?
Go ahead, Tom.
My girl and a friend of mine over in Bremerton just went over there.
And he can't
clean
say
it
it
up
without swearing.
Yeah,
Stoners have no ability to carry on a conversation.
Yeah, I can clean it up. Oh.
I won't say that word.
Yeah,
He just said the F word, though. He didn't say that, at least.
Yeah, he says you couldn't say that particular word.
Some may call that progress. Downgrading from the F word to the S word and whatever other word he threw in there.
Right.
But 2 strikes and we got to move on. Sorry.
Yeah, I hear you.
But can you make that happen?
Well, here's what I was saying, Shawn. Here's what I was saying. Because your story lacks a tad bit of interest to me, because your girlfriend is so waiting for it, that ruins it from my perspective, Terry. I'm not saying I'm not going to help Shawn. Okay. I'm just not going to help him today. I want him to call me back tomorrow and say, T-Man, I exhausted myself all through Thursday trying to find that special third party, and I came up empty.
Okay.
I came up empty. Now I need to turn to you, T-Man. And on Friday, a fractious Friday, by the way, Terry. I'm assuming it's going to be pretty fractious. Shawn's going to call back, and he's going to say, T-Man, I need to turn to you now. Or he may call back and say, you know what, T-Man, I'm glad you left me on my own. Because not only do I have to not worry about what you picked out of your radio audience for me, I saw this woman that I was able to corral on Thursday, and boy, is she perfect for the scenario.
Yeah, okay.
You may call back and say that, Shawn.
Okay.
But you got to try. You got to convince me that you've tried. And I
am going to try. I'm going to search high and low again today.
That means you have to legitimately search high and low and not just say it. You got to go high. You got to go low.
Where's the high?
You got to go around the world. You got to walk the dog. You got to do it all.
Wow, walk the dog,
Yeah,
too?
I'm just bringing out yo-yo tricks now, Terry. You got me, Shawn?
Yep, I got you.
Okay, so tomorrow morning you're going to tell me one of two things. T-Man, thank you for allowing me to have the motivation to try all through Thursday. I found the one that is so perfect for Saturday Night Legging. And, or you're going to say, T-Man, I tried. And you know what? It just wasn't happening.
Okay.
All right?
All right,
so
that's it.
Tomorrow morning around the same time, I'm going to be waiting for your call.
All right, T.
Good luck to you, and congratulations on the relationship, and happy birthday to your girlfriend ahead of time.
Wow.
All right, appreciate it, T.
Take care, Shawn.
All right.
That's Shawn, Terry.
That is Shawn, looking for a menage.
Girlfriend just sitting at home, wondering, waiting. When is it going to be done already? Shawn, come on!
I mean,
how tough is this? This is elementary!
You wrap her all up in a bow, the present, and bring her on in. So
you ever see the movie Sleepwalkers, where the mom and the son are like cats?
Yeah, that was a crazy movie.
The mom is it was stupid, but it was. I always watch it when it's on. The mom is just sitting home waiting for her son to bring her home a girl.
Yeah.
I'm so hungry. I'm starving. That's what Shawn's girlfriend is basically like, waiting for Saturday for Shawn to finally get the situation completed. Mission accomplished. She's sitting around wondering who this girl, when she's going to be secured.
Saying, I'm hungry.
The mom and the son made out.
I like because the mom and the son have sex.
Yeah, it's pretty cool.
And then you look in the mirror and there are two cats going at it.
Yeah.
That don't even really look like cats. But they're human cats. They're life-size cats.
But they're still going at it.
You never saw the movie, Stan?
It doesn't sound like it, no.
It's a Stephen King movie.
Ah, yeah.
Stay away from those. Not one of his better works, but entertaining nonetheless.
Sure.
I was done after Cujo.
Well, I'll tell you. There is a moment in the first 45 minutes of this movie, Stephen, where the mom and the son have sexual intercourse there for all the movie-going world to see.
Gasp. In front of the fireplace, right?
Winnie the Pooh? No, they take it up to the bedroom.
I thought it was a...
They take it up to the bedroom.
Oh.
While they're playing that instrumental song. Dun, dun,
oh, God, you know the instrumental song.
Sleepwalkers. Is that what it's called?
Yeah, by
well, then it fits into the movie Sleepwalkers.
It does, yes.
I mean, you know anything what we're talking about here?
Stephen King.
Sleepwalkers. It's a movie that came out around 90.
Never.
I would say 90.
Okay.
David, I'm saying 90.
Okay.
You want to check it out? That's my guess. 1990 Sleepwalkers comes out.
I'm going to go higher.
Higher meaning what?
I don't know. Whichever way, it's not going to be.
Which way is higher?
Higher it would be.
You going 91 or higher, or 89 or lower?
Yeah, but I am only saying that now because I see that it was 92. But
it was 92?
Yeah.
All right. It was 2 years ago.
You might have seen the preview of it.
That's right.
The special preview.
Stephen King releases all his works to me a little early, Terry.
He calls you up and says, hey, man.
You never saw Sleepwalkers?
I didn't see Sleepwalkers.
God ran it, did. Horrible movie.
It is.
It sucks pretty bad.
It's awful. But every time it's on every so often. It's not like
right?
It's not on Roadhouse. It's not like Roadhouse on every weekend. But
it's not Dirty Dancing or Grease.
Yeah,
no, they show it on the cable channels, on the pay channels every once in a while.
But they edit that, so you actually.
They show it on TBS. They edit it. Yeah, you needed.
Yeah, you have to go and actually rent it to
full cuts. So you see mom and son.
Right.
He's pounding the.
He's going to town.
Yes. On his own mother.
So if that's your thing, you should probably rent the movie.
It's his own mother, but the premise, once you understand that they're both really cats in human bodies, it becomes okay because cats can have sex with whoever they want.
What?
Trust me, you'll understand when you get older, son.
Is that how you're going to explain it to your son?
I already have, Terry. He gets it. Benny the Pooh doesn't.
The T-Man.
Is dancing Drew Lachey about to sashay into the cast of Grey's Anatomy?
Oh, jeez.
That was the big question last night as the stars
Oh,
of
is
the
that what they're
mega-
going to do now that Drew Lachey's got a little bit of popularity through Dancing with the Stars and his victory? They're going to put him on Grey's Anatomy, a
Yes.
show that's actually doing well. Talk about a jump the shark moment for that show.
Oh.
Come on.
Well, one of the Lachays need to do something good, right? Give him a chance.
Who's this dude reporting anyway? Sounds horrible.
Is dancing Drew Lachey about to sashay into the cast of Grey's Anatomy? That was the big question last night as the stars of the mega hit hospital soap rocked the Museum of Television and Radio's TV Festival.
There's so much going on and so many rumors that I don't even know.
Wherever the stars go, Extra takes you there.
Ah, it's good to know. Thanks for that.
I'm pretty sure a grown man should never say sachet. Ever.
Not to mention do it on live TV in front of millions and millions. But Drew Lachey, yes. I walked by the TV yesterday. My wife's watching him on the View.
Yeah?
He's just everywhere now.
He is.
You were home in time for The View? That's
Well,
great.
she has it on TiVo.
Oh, I see.
Home in time for the View. View starts at 9, doesn't it?
I think 10, yeah, after Regis and Kelly.
Oh, all right, whatever.
TiVo's The View.
She TiVo's The View every day.
Come on.
Every day.
Oh, man.
Every day.
Gotta hear what Star's gonna say about this.
It's like her favorite show on TV.
Wow.
Loves The View.
Aren't they a little annoying, though?
Yeah.
Well, to normal people like us, but to women, I guess, who like to hear other women do the deal. But yes, annoying to men. Absolutely.
I just feel sorry for the couch.
Wow.
Because, you know, Barbara's at the age she can't control any flatulence, and Star's trying to lose that weight, so that's part of her regimen, Terry.
right.
You can't help but feel sorry for the couch. And it thought it had it bad enough, and then Drew Lachey comes sashaying over, and it's just a nightmare.
He did a nice little high kick, then sat down.
Speaking of a high kick, I understand that word through the radio grapevine, and I know all, Terry, as you know, through the years that I do.
The burning bush has spoken.
Well, not just spoken, but here's. And I understand that last night in a local Seattle bar, Vinny the Pooh and his Popula, Vinny the Pooh and his dad are throwing down fisticuff style, Terry, with a fellow bar patron.
Whoa.
Is this true or is it not true?
This is very true.
Oh, jeez.
Wow. Him and his pops?
Him and his dad are ganging
Popping
up
up?
on. All right, he's there. Him and his dad double teaming some fellow bar goer who may have mouthed off in their direction. Is that how you roll? You and your dad have a couple of words you don't like to hear, and you're just tossing a guy up against a wall? You helping out with the 130-pound frame? I don't know how big your dad is, but I hope he's got a little more size on him.
Absolutely. He's smaller than me.
He's smaller than you?
Yes,
Way
I've seen
smaller
his
than
dad.
me.
Wait,
I know his dad.
way,
He's
way
There's no
smaller.
possible way.
If
Yeah.
Gandhi was here, he would
He
be
is-
way
Yeah.
smaller. He's smaller.
No, he's 5'5". Maybe like 145 pounds, but he's 5'5".
Your dad's 5'5". He's got you outweighed by about 10 pounds.
Probably. Yeah.
And you and your dad are throwing down with some. How old was the dude? Was he a normal sized guy or was he around your size?
You know, he was a little bit bigger than me.
Little bit bigger, so he's not normal sized.
Yeah,
So he was like, what, about 5'8", maybe 160?
I would say though.
Does that sound about right?
Yeah, about he was like 25, 26, something like
I
that.
was 25, so he got the little youth on his side. Not that you don't, but your dad is what? Your dad's going to be... I know.
He's turning.
You've been telling me for years your dad's a regular listener. I've never met the guy.
Yeah.
He doesn't come to any events, doesn't go to Summer Jam or anything. Why didn't he come to Summer Jam this year? I didn't know he rolls like that. He's
Nah.
throwing down.
That's too hot
Head
out
on
there
south
for
to me,
him.
bam!
He came to a Christmas party.
Oh, he did?
Yeah, like
was
2
I
years
there?
ago. Yeah.
I was there? Did I get introduced?
He introduced himself. Yeah.
He did?
Yes. I
Terry
remember
was
it.
there.
Oh, yeah, no, I do remember. It was at
Yes.
our Christmas party.
Yes.
Yes, at the T-Man's in Studio Christmas party. Oh, I remember
Before
that.
Vinny, we really knew who Vinny
Oh,
was.
that's right. He's not that big a guy.
No.
But the two of you working in tandem.
Whoa, it's like Batman and Robin.
It's like 3/4 of a guy.
Dad, I'm holding the rope. Tag me. And
Like a British bulldog.
Vinny flies in from the top rope. This 25-year-old could be in a lot of trouble.
So, yeah. My dad's like, he's a hothead, so like,
Oh, he is.
he doesn't take like words too kindly, so like he'll just.
So, are you suggesting that your dad was the one who initiated the going after the 25-year-old, and you had no choice but to be right there alongside helping pound the guy, or what?
Like the first initiation was from the guy, but it was just everything else.
The first initiation verbally, or the first initiation physically?
Verbally and physically.
The first initiation verbally and physically comes from a 25-year-old guy to your what? Your dad's about 50, 55, right?
50.
50 years old.
Yeah.
So he was just defending himself?
Yeah.
Well, that's how the story goes. Did any police come?
No police came.
What kind of bar were you in?
You're like a normal, pull tabs.
Ah, yes.
Bar.
Pool and pull tabs, and basically just beers, or what?
No, it was a full bar.
But you were drinking beers, or what? I mean, a lot of places have a full bar, but all you drink is beer at a certain kind of spot.
Yeah, they were drinking beer at this spot.
Was your dad drinking beer?
No, he was working.
Hennessy, what?
No,
my dad your dad was working?
Yeah, my dad works there.
Oh, man. Probably shouldn't mention what bar then. In case the guy brings a crew back or something. So your dad working? I don't know, man. That makes it tough. I thought it was just like hanging at the bar. Some guy said something, he starts pounding on him, and son joins in to make sure his dad doesn't get any punishment.
It was funny.
So you were there hanging out with dad on the job.
Yeah, it was just getting off of work. And
some dude was a little too loaded, said something to your dad. Your dad jumps over to the bar and starts kicking him, or what?
Yeah, he tried to kick him out. He came back in.
Oh, your dad was just doing his job, trying to get the unruly patron out of the bar.
Yeah.
Oh, I see. So it's not really like two guys fighting at a bar. Your dad was doing what he thought was right for the bar's sake.
Yeah, but you can kind of tell.
You become a makeshift bouncer on the fly because your dad is having not the easiest time, not the toughest time, but not the easiest time getting the guy out of the bar. The guy's putting up a fight. So you become an on-the-spot, pull off your jacket and you got a cape underneath bouncer.
Yeah, it was kind of funny how it started because the manager of the place was like, "Sir, you have to leave. You have to go. We're going to call the police." And then the guy starts popping off at the mouth. And then my dad's like, "Well, you want to, then he's just all ready to fight. Like, forget trying to push you out the bar. Like, let's go."
Oh, jeez.
I was like, "Damn. All right, man, come on. Let's do this. I guess if we're going to do it.
Let's do this." Okay, Dad.
Putting all those beer mugs in jeopardy.
Wow.
Couldn't stand it anymore. The guy said something personally to your dad, into your dad's direction, or what?
Yes. He called him the B word.
The B word?
He called him a boy. He called him a boy.
That is a white racist word in the days of slavery, Terry. Yeah. The B word is probably used more than the N word. The N word is a lot more enticing. I mean, a lot more.
Yeah, of course.
But the B word, yes, I can see.
Close cousins.
Close cousins. Yep. Same family.
Oh, yeah.
And under the right circumstance, I could certainly fire someone up. But that was the straw that broke the camel's back, or was that just it entirely?
That was like the second to the last straw to break the camel's back. So now my dad was just ready to fight. Like, forget he wouldn't.
And the last straw is when he put on his brass knuckles, and your dad said, "Okay, I think you want to fight."
No, so my dad was like, pretty much, "Yo, get this dude away from me," or blah blah blah. So but
blah, blah, blah.
he pretty much he walks away. Then he runs back in. Like,
were ladies screaming, or no ladies go to this bar?
If there were ladies, they're like butch, overall wearing ladies in the
wow. So it's a lesbian bar, is what you're saying?
No, I wouldn't say
Your
that.
Dad works at a lesbian bar?
No,
you hate gay people.
Bar with lesbos.
Yeah,
no, there wasn't no ladies in the bar at the time. It was just
Seattle Storm gear and paraphernalia all over the bar.
Ladies who ride Harleys. That's the kind of bar.
Well, were there some Harley flannel wearing ladies there last night or not?
No, there wasn't.
Were they all screaming, "Fight in the back"? Come on, let's watch.
No, there was a couple dudes there like that though. But
so it was basically an empty bar with a few extra patrons, and this fight goes down. You get any shots in? Do you have to get any shots in? What happens?
I went to go take one shot, and then that kind of separated the first two incidences. And then the second time he ran back in the restaurant.
Oh, jeez. Oh, it's a restaurant too.
Oh yeah,
restaurant,
the bar or whatever. He ran back in. There was people outside trying to keep him out. He ran back inside.
Right.
And then went after my father and put his hands on him. I met my dad. This is where the crazy part happens.
Okay.
He pushed him.
Hasn't gotten crazy yet. Yeah.
No, he hasn't gotten crazy yet.
Oh,
right.
God.
He pushed him against the wall. And
Your dad?
No. My dad pushed him against the wall, and then he began to fall. As he was getting back up,
right,
he kicked him in the face.
Oh, jeez. With his steel toe boots.
Nah, with his
he borrowed it from a lesbian.
His shoes, like normal shoes, kicked this dude in his face.
Right.
And he just knocked him out.
Did you get any shots in, was the question?
Yeah, not
I heard
altercation.
you swung. You said you swung.
I swung.
Did you connect?
So is it fair to say you swung and you missed?
No, I connected with him. I mean, I didn't kick him in his face. I didn't
flush.
You
grazed him with a punch or what?
No, I punched him, which kind
Where does the punch go?
in his face.
Oh, so you hit him?
Yes, I hit him.
Right in the mush.
In the mug, the kisser, if you will.
The kisser.
But then it's when he came back in and went after my dad. My pops kicked him. That's the crazy part.
That's what was
So
so
your
crazy
punch,
to him.
you're making so light of your punch, so your punch made no impact. The guy didn't even feel it. Is what I'm getting here.
No, it just stopped what was going on at that time.
You're way more impressed with your dad's kick.
Yeah, because it knocked him out.
You're not highlighting at all your punch. Your punch must have done nothing. Not that we expected much behind with 130 pounds behind it. But I mean, is that fair to say your punch did nothing?
I wouldn't say it did nothing.
Well, but I think for him,
it did something.
I think for him, his punch, like you said, was nothing compared to his dad kicking dude right in the face and knocking him out.
Because the dude walked right through your punch like it never happened.
Not true. It stopped him from the first altercation.
Stunned him a little bit.
Big right hand.
So basically, your dad should have never had to kick the guy. You should have taken care of
it.
Well, because when all that incident was outside, like down the block, so he came back in and then just kind of started up again.
Oh, jeez.
Wow. He wanted more. He wanted more Vinny.
The police never came?
Never came.
You worried about the guy coming back tonight or no?
No.
He knows better.
He knows.
Vinny's right hand left him all the message he needs.
More importantly, how's the food there?
Oh, geez.
It's actually really good.
Steven wants to know.
Bars like that, I bet are
Steven is obviously suggesting there may be a free meal in his future.
I love bar food.
Oh, I know.
They have fried macaroni and cheese steak. Really good.
Macaroni and cheese steak, did he say?
Sticks.
Oh, sticks.
It's like macaroni and cheese fried up in like little chicken nugget looking
No
things.
wonder there are fights left and right at this place, Terry. They're fighting over the last macaroni and cheese stick.
What sort of dipping sauce will be available?
Hot Shot's like, I am in.
Wow.
Wow, a little honey mustard
Well,
dipper.
by the way, nighttime diva Tiffany Warner was walking around the station yesterday looking for you, obviously in a rage, looking to start a fight, because she came to me, slams the door on my office, or not really slams it, she knows better, but closed the door on my office and wants to have a talk with me, all right? Now, I'm thinking all kinds of sexual thoughts.
Oh, is that what you were doing in there?
But she's talking about, why are you making everyone hate me? Why is everyone calling the nighttime show hating me now? What did you say on the air? I was like, well, Vinny the Pooh told us about how you went on the air, talking about how I'm obsessed with MySpace and how I'm using MySpace in an over-the-top kind of way to try to fill the party plane. And first off, if that's true, it's none of your business because it's the T-Man's party plane. And second of all, I wouldn't even say that that's the truth. And she said, well, I didn't even say that. Why is he saying I said that? Me. And I'm like, well, you should ask Vinny the Pooh that, because he did say it was you and only you saying these things. She's like, well, he's wrong. Eddie Francis said it, and he said it himself, and he's a liar, and where is he? She wanted to tear your head off.
I didn't say that.
Call
I
you the
said
B
it.
word.
Never mind.
Wait, never mind. That's exactly the way you portrayed the story. You made it like
remember
Tiffany
we
went on
came
the
in
air?
and Terry said she heard it on the air, and I was just agreeing that conversation happened.
Oh, now you're backing off.
No, everybody throws Terry under the bus.
Well, didn't you say you heard that the night before?
We did have a conversation about that, yes.
Okay.
But I'm not the one who kept bringing Tiffany into
Yeah,
it.
you never clarified for us that it wasn't just Tiffany.
I mean, but it's not like I came in here and said, hey, you should have heard what Tiffany said
Well,
last
here
night.
I am going off on Tiffany on Monday, or whatever it was, on Tuesday. Here I am giving you a message to give to her that, as I recall correctly, you were writing down so you could get it just right to say to her.
Right,
and you never interrupted and said, by the way, team, it wasn't just Tiffany. It was Eddie, and I said some stuff, and we were all part of it. You made me believe it was just Tiffany Warner.
And you also said that you and Tiffany had a conversation at the Rialto Theater during the event for Black History Month.
I think you're just scared because Tiffany's going to come find you and kick your ass.
No, not
and your
at all.
dad's not going to be there to kick her.
Not at all. She was unaware about the letter that was writing. So I mean, I think it's funny how this is all coming back on me, even though
no, you threw me under the bus
because you initially said it. I listened to you guys last night. You should have heard what Tiffany was saying.
A lot of buses
you didn't
flying
say
around
that.
the station.
Liar. Liar.
Every day, man.
That's becoming a way overused cliche very quickly. Hey, threw me under the bus.
Yeah.
Under the bus.
It's happening all the time, though.
I really want to do that to somebody, though. That'd be cool. I mean, literally.
Literally.
I'm like tempted to.
All right, first caller that is going to let us throw him literally under a bus this morning is going to qualify for the Vegas trip. Wow. And bring down Spackle, yes.
The T-Man.
Dallas marquee grunge band Pearl Jam is going to release album number 8 in early May.
Right.
On March 8th, you can download the first single for free from the band's website, pearljam.com.
Ooh, for free.
Oh, geez. Now, I'm just wondering, is it at the point where we got Hot Carl Scott over here, who's as big a fan of Pearl Jam as they were back in the day? And that's the key to my question. Is their day is pretty much in the rear view mirror, if you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, it's one of their songs. Do you mean to do that?
Uh-huh.
That's pretty cool.
Not really. And I'm just wondering if it's gotten to the point now where it gets a tad bit embarrassing that they're coming out with a new album where you're as excited as anyone. Which more captures the way you're feeling about this coming album?
Excited as anyone.
Because I'm just thinking maybe they should make like Brett Boone, who I'm reading the paper this morning, knew the proper thing to do at this point in his career, and he announced his retirement yesterday, Terry.
Yes.
He doesn't have those steroids on his side anymore, and he realizes, okay, I can't really make a go of it anymore, and my best day has passed, so instead of getting on the field and just, kind of bumbling around, I'm going to pack up the duffel bag and head to my next life.
The duffel bag. I just see him too.
Because you can make the case that you got groups like the Rolling Stones still trying to make a go of it, but they're not coming out with new albums.
Oh, they know.
Right.
Barry
Well,
Manilow.
they did, actually. Yeah.
When was the last new album they came out with?
like this
I think
year
they're
or
just
last
doing
year.
this
Really?
Yeah, I just remember that.
Oh, jeez.
I'm thinking Keith Richards is writing songs.
I don't know.
He can barely play guitar.
I don't know anyone that
Whoa.
band. But yeah, and Bon Jovi's coming out with new albums, and Barry
Yeah.
Manilow had the #1 album, but even though it wasn't an original album, but it was a new album, Terry.
Yes.
And so you're excited. You're not feeling
Yes.
as though they're going to maybe trample over their own legacy.
No, I saw them last summer at the Gorge, and they were as good as ever.
Wow.
That's all I needed to.
Good as
That's all
ever.
I needed to know.
You know, with all these bands like Maroon 5 and Good Charlotte and all these crap bands, it's like, I'm just ready for another.
Striking out.
I'm ready for a new album.
Are you sure you're not just holding on to the day that was? Because sometimes, as we get into our 30s, I'll give you a little lecture, sir. As we move on, we tend to kind of cling to the day that was. And I'm wondering if you just don't appreciate the unbelievable skill that a band like Good Charlotte has because you're just not in their generation.
No, I love Modest Mouse. That was the best album of 2004, I thought. I love Death Cab for Cutie. I love a lot of music.
You like Modest Mouse because you went to school with the guy.
And Dead Cab for Cutie's local, too.
Yes. You have a little...
Well, like Coldplay's new one. I mean, I like a lot of...
Coldplay, man, that was a better example. Coldplay just sounds to me like Jude Law decided to sing. But,
Wow.
yeah, they are pretty popular.
One thing of last year.
I understand. It doesn't mean I have to like it.
No, true.
All right. To me, I just picture Jude Law singing. I don't know why.
Yeah, they are kind of cute little pretty
Their lead
British
singer
boys.
sounds
little
like
British.
sounds like what Jude Law would sound like if he ever sang.
It's like, I think Phil Mickelson should have a British accent.
Terry, what else is going on in the
How
world,
did we
please?
even get on
I have no
that?
idea.
That's how you
Jeez.
fantasize about it.
Yeah.
What else is going on, Terry?
Well, I got some, since we're doing the old rocker thing.
Nice segue, yeah.
Yeah. Scott
38.
Stapp. We've heard of him, right?
Scott Stapp?
Yeah.
Old rocker?
We all know about the Kid Rock video with him and
Yeah, he's
Scott-
in it.
Yeah, he's
And
in
they're
it
both
with
kinda
doing
like-
the groupies.
They're bukakiing or something, or what?
No, they're. I don't know what they're doing because I haven't seen it, but I just know there's a sex tape out there, and of course they're both trying to
When
get it not
dual
released.
rockers are involved in a video, there's going to be a kind of moment there, the big payoff, little boo. Okay, never mind.
Anyway,
Bad stuff's going to happen.
Little boo boo. Yes.
apparently he's saying that whoever is putting out this or who released this tape
Yes.
is trying to really sabotage his solo career, and that's why.
Well, he was able to do that just fine himself, Terry. Sabotage his own solo career. Scott Stapp's album did not sell well. Scott
Right.
Stapp, what did this person also, the person who's releasing the video, also get him arrested at the airport?
Oh yeah, that's right, for being drunk and disorderly.
Right.
Yeah, apparently so. It's all a conspiracy.
Paranoia starting to hit the world of Scott Stapp,
Yeah.
and no one should worry about it because nobody cares. What else is going on? What else is happening?
Also, well, since we're on the subject of kinky sex tapes,
You don't always have to make a proper segue.
I know
Terry.
that,
It's not mandatory. You don't have to tie one story to the next. You can just say,
but it just
Speaking of
kind
tying, I'm going to tie my shoes.
you can say on a completely different note, T-Man, or just not even say anything to tie the stories together. It's not that vital, but you seem to be on that
I'm on the roll right now. so
Lately,
let me-
you've been doing that a lot. It's like you feel like it makes you more of a professional broadcaster, which never was a prerequisite around here.
That's true. I
Okay.
understand that.
Stop with the facade already.
The catering.
Go ahead.
Anyway, apparently there is a supposed sex tape of Jane Fonda.
Oh, that's hot.
I know. In a-
Finally. Tell me Ted Turner's in it. I'm going to start whacking off right now.
Yes, in a
Okay.
three-way with Ted Turner and another woman. And apparently in this alleged sex tape, Jane is wearing a marital aid.
Oh, geez.
And
Meaning
using
what?
it
A strap-on?
Yes.
You know,
and using it on Ted.
Workout videos aren't just getting it done for her anymore. She's got to have a strap on and plowing a 75-year-old man. Is that how old? Is that how old Ted Turner is? Now this has got to be an untruth, Terry.
Well,
There's no way. That's like, I'm going to find out. May she rest in peace. Grandma Janice had a sex video out there, Terry. That's how old these people are.
I understand that.
Ted Turner has to be over 70 years old.
This was happening.
Don't tell me he's bent over with Jane Fonda reaming him with the strap on, Terry. That's just not...
This could have happened like in the 90s, right?
Yeah, it actually
possible.
did. The guy who brought this up has written a book, and he said that this happened back in the 90s.
Mm-hmm.
When he was a mere 70.
Yeah. and two other people, and this guy apparently was an editor for Hustler magazine, and he saw this videotape, so that's why he brought it up in his book. And it was corroborated by two other former Hustler staffers.
Well, that if this was a sex tape made in the 90s and no one's seen it yet, and no one's ever going to see it, we cannot authenticate its being valid, and what's the point of even talking about it? Okay, because it's fun to picture 70-year-olds having strap-ons?
Well, you know,
it kind of is.
You don't really picture Ted Turner and Jane Fonda, do you? I mean, Ted Turner especially. I mean, Mr.,
Stephen, do you know who Ted Turner is?
I do know who Ted Turner is, yes.
Do you have an idea of how old he is? Can you check that out?
I have
for
it
us?
right here if you'd like.
I would like to hear. I would like the actual age of Ted Turner, please.
He was born in the 30s.
Well, what?
November 19th, 1938.
38. So he's not even 70 yet.
in the 90s, he would have been, what?
50.
Yeah.
He's not even 70 yet. He looks like it.
Yeah, he looks like it.
He's like 67 or something like that. 60 or 69, 68, something like that.
60. Yeah, he'll be 68 this year.
Mm-hmm.
Jeez, I would have thought he was like 80.
Yeah, he looked a lot older than
Yeah.
that. I thought. Maybe they're lying on here.
So I guess you can have a kind of twilight setting strap-on moment in your 50s.
I guess you
Jane
can.
Fonda's older than he is.
Mm-hmm. She is.
By a year, 1937.
All right. She's right up against 70. And she would have been 60 when she strapped on the Hip Flexor 3000.
The apparatus.
Hip flexor.
And there it is.
And they had their own little menage.
So what do we got to do to see this video? Don't tease me like this, Terry. What do we got to do to...
Well, apparently, Larry Flynt tried to buy it back then when the tape came out, actually in 1994. But was unsuccessful. And now when asked about the tape, because him and Ted Turner are good friends, he kind of doesn't want to acknowledge it.
They've become good friends over the past decade, so he doesn't even want to...
So, I mean, he doesn't want to talk about it.
Been friends with them for 30 years before CNN. He said.
Well, then why would Larry Flynt want the tape in 1994 and not want it now?
He probably wanted to take it and probably give it to them so that it wouldn't get released as a protection. Covering his behind, if you want to say.
Wow. Interestingly put.
Yeah.
He's wrinkled behind.
At least somebody is.
Yeah, because Jane's ready to go.
So you think at the end of the video, because they're old people, instead of having a cigarette, they just like eat Jell-O and play Scrabble, or
yeah, probably
do old people stuff, or
that was good for you.
Gin rummy.
Do you have any orange?
Yeah.
Let me put the Depends back on for you.
Wow.
All right. Well, ladies and gentlemen, speaking of segues, this is a perfect tie-in to getting someone on that party plane to Vegas. What do you say?
Wearing an adult diaper?
Yeah, bring in marital aid.
Talk of adult diapers and 70-year-olds with strap-ons can give me no other thought. But who wants to qualify today, Terry? Let's spin that wheel of qualifying, Stephen. Let's spin it on down. Oh, there it goes. Oh, let me qualified in Vegas. Qualify. Something tells me that sound is somewhere in the video, Terry. I don't know why. I don't know when.
When they take their teeth out?
Mm-hmm. Yes.
Try that right down here.
Ladies and gentlemen, there are what? How many names? How many people have won so far? There are 4 names. That means 8 bodies. There are 8 bodies besides our fine Cube 93 staff on the T-Man's party plane to Vegas. Later this morning, amongst the qualifiers from yesterday, which are where? Let me see who's on the hook this morning, Terry.
Alrighty.
These people qualified yesterday. The following names may be selected for a party plane seat, and bring in a guest. They can be secured passengers number 9 and 10 later this morning. That would be Mandy Kaplan. You're alive. You're well. You're kicking. Natalie Whipple. Don't call me nipple. You have a chance later this morning to be selected. Yes. Ryan Ross. Mona Hunter.
Yeah, Mona.
Mona. She's in the hopper, Terry.
She is.
She can be picked later this morning. Justin Purdy. Got a purdy mouth. Jamie Wilson. These all are people, Terry, who are alive in today's drawing. One of those names, and only one. Maybe none. Never know.
Yeah.
Could be picked for the party plane as a confirmed passenger.
Imagine that.
You see The Real World last night? The new season started?
Yeah.
I was watching it.
Yeah?
Yes. I haven't watched The Real World in a number of years, Terry. But I'm kind of into this year's cast.
Are you?
And then it hits me. Something's odd about The Real World this year as I'm watching it. Something's not. First of all, I like Svetlana. She does it for me. I like her look and I like her sluttiness. She's as the gay guy on the cast calls her Slutlana. You not watching this, Terry?
No.
She's
this was the first episode that was on. I think it was either. I watched it a little bit both nights. It was on last night, but was it when was the premiere? When was it just this week?
Not last night, but the night before.
Like 2 nights ago.
Yeah,
that's the one I pretty much watched from beginning to end. I just watched. Yeah. Oh,
they always have to have an anorexic
good
chick
to have
on
an anorexic chick
or
who
an
just
alcoholic.
breaks down for no reason.
Just starts crying in the van.
Mental anguish at the drop of a hat. Oh, it's great entertaining television.
It is.
But there was a dude there that I'm like, man, it's kind of bothering me that I've seen that dude somewhere. And it's an uncomfortable feeling. It's an uncomfortable feeling. There's a dude walking around with a Husky shirt on, Terry, in the house.
Yeah, he's from Seattle.
Yeah, not only is he from Seattle, he interned here.
Who was
He
it?
was an
Who
intern
was
at the
it?
station. Some tall dude. I don't even remember. Zach? Is there a Zach?
I think so. The dude with the curly hair.
The dude with the curly hair. He interned here for an entire summer.
Really?
Wow. Yeah.
Wow.
Mm-hmm.
He's on Real World.
He's on Real World now.
Crazy.
He's the guy who looks like he's setting himself up as the shoulder to cry on.
Oh, I'm the sensitive guy.
But not in the over-dripping sensitive way, in a kind of coolish way, where he's setting himself up to get laid by just about everyone in the house that he wants to, and there's only 3 girls this time, Terry, and a gay guy.
Wow.
His probably best shots with the gay guy. But
Because he's so pretty.
but this dude was an intern here.
Wow, that's weird.
Mm-hmm.
I'm destined.
Craziness.
No one recognized him? You didn't recognize him?
I definitely don't recognize him.
2 summers ago, or last summer, I think it was 2 summers ago. With the group of summer interns.
Wow.
For this station or another station in the
For
building?
another station in the building. I'm not positive. I think it was another station in the building, but I remember playing ping pong with them.
You were playing ping pong with
Remember we used to have those round robin ping pong. We had the ping pong table upstairs that the people then took out.
Yeah.
I was the ping pong master for about...
Every day you guys used to go up there for a little bit.
I remember playing ping pong with them.
Jeez.
That's after Scott threw his paddle down and ran out.
Yeah, why'd they take that out?
They took it out because they felt work wasn't being done enough around here.
Really?
Yeah, so much more work is being done now.
Oh, ultra productive.
Right.
Yeah.
You threw your paddle down?
This
I'm sure I did.
building as a whole is making money hand over fist now that the ping pong table was removed.
So
Hey, there goes another Brinks truck. Look out. They're backing out of here.
Oh, they're backing up more money now, Terry.
So it was a distraction.
So I'm trying to figure out where I know this guy, and for any guy, Terry, who's heterosexual,
Yeah?
that is an uncomfortable feeling. Why do I know this guy? Why should I know this guy? How do I know? And then all of a sudden it hit me.
You played ping pong
He
with
was
him.
an intern here.
Wow.
I never really talked to the guy, but but I remember.
You don't talk to many people, right?
I don't know to many people. I have nothing to say to people.
Right. So he was lucky he got to play ping pong with you.
Well, I would say yes. I'm sure he's a much better ping pong player for it, Terry, because I happen to be
the
ping pong master.
Oh, I know. You've spanked a few people.
That's right.
Whoa.
Literally and figuratively.
Yes, you have.
Steven's ex-girlfriend,
Uh-huh.
a very pretty blonde, as you recall, Terry,
I do recall.
had to be spanked in a humiliating moment for Kilbreth amongst many.
Amongst many.
Over my knee.
Yes,
because
in
he
studio.
lost in ping pong to me. That was the last bet he ever made against me, Terry.
Boy, we thought it was going to be so much longer of a time of a game. Huh.
Terry even went down to watch
I know.
a nice,
Well, it was during the show. That's
intense competition. What are you saying? If it wasn't during the show, you would
why.
have...
She probably wouldn't have been there.
Oh, she
That's
wouldn't have
not
been there.
true. I would have gone down.
I thought you were suggesting if it wasn't during the show, you would have put up a better fight.
No.
Okay.
No,
No,
you are the master. There's no question.
That's right.
You're Forrest Gump.
That's why they took out the table.
You could not be defeated.
Because unless they could have Forrest Gump come up against me, I had no competition. That's the way I remember it anyway. So, yeah, the dude from Real World is
I'm gonna
a guy who used to intern here. It's a cool cast because
my kids love that.
Because this 19-year-old little dark-haired girl is
a hot little
cool.
number.
Yeah, no, she looks nice
little Russian girl.
Really?
She don't sound Russian though.
No, she doesn't sound Russian at all. But
a Russian name.
When the dude started talking a little bit of Russian to her, you could almost hear her accent come back at that moment.
Yeah.
Maybe not. Maybe it was just me. Anyway.
Well, maybe it was your fantasy.
Yeah, maybe it was. That's the way it sounded in the laundry room.
That one light-skinned girl. I haven't heard her talk, but she looked good.
Mm-hmm.
Wow.
Yeah, she hasn't established herself as far as who she's going to be on the show yet. But we're expecting big things from her. Aren't we?
And to think I just wanted to be on Amazing Race.
Oh, jeez.
Is that guy right there?
Yeah, what's his name? Is it Zach? Yeah, he interned here. Does he have Pacey's on the website now? Does it have on his resume or anything that he interned here?
They don't have any info on all the different castmates yet.
Not yet, probably.
Just a quick little video on it.
He's got that messed up hair look.
Wow.
And he was
ties. Yeah.
He was chubbier when he worked here. He's not at all chubby now, but he was like
happens when you work here.
Oh jeez.
Whoa! Wow.
With all the free Krispy Kremes they're throwing in Steven's face. It's not his fault that he's chubby, too. When he goes on Real World a couple of years from now, he'll be completely svelte.
Yeah.
And we're looking forward to that, Steven.
Well, I can't wait.
You're going to hook up with a lot of babes.
I'm looking forward to Krispy Kreme.
Mm-hmm.
Sound kind of good right now.
Svetlana.
All right.
Maybe we'll get her on the show, Terry.
Okay.
I don't take yes on the show.
No, I know that.
Maybe we'll get her on the show, Terry.
Yeah.
What's else, Steven?
Where is the Real World?
It's in the Keys, Florida Keys.
Very nice.
Yeah,
cool.
not far. It's probably like a 5-hour drive from my house in Florida.
Wow.
There you go.
Mm-hmm.
Big house on the Keys. Welcome to the real world, kids.
Yes, and their house is just their house is just disgusting.
You don't like
Sick,
it?
isn't
No,
it?
I mean good. It's just
ridiculous.
It's so wrong that they get a house like that.
That's the real world.
Yeah,
The
it
hot
really
tub.
is the real world,
The hot
right?
tub in the house.
The hot tub in the house, the pool, not only the pool, but the way the whole setup is around the pool with those big shady oh jeez. All right. Anyway, qualifiers, Terry.
Okay.
Qualifiers must be found this morning
Sounds good.
for the T-Man's party plane.
Svetlana?
Talk about the real world. You looking at her?
No, is she a qualifier this morning?
Well, if she calls in at 1-866-663-T-Man, she could be.
Oh, you're going to make her call in?
Well, I'm sure she's tuned in right now. And
I'm sure.
she's shacked up with Troy. Or Zach.
Zach, how am I going?
Because the shooting of it is pretty much over, right?
I think so. But doesn't she have a boyfriend, though?
That's not going to last long.
Oh, yeah.
Can't read between the lines there.
That was Zach.
I think I've seen on, clips of upcoming shows that they were kissing at one point.
Doesn't half the cast have some significant other going in?
Well, in one of the scenes they showed for an upcoming show, the gay guy was in the hot tub kissing some dude. It's like a Brokeback Mountain moment.
Oh, it's not the first time they've had a gay guy on there.
No, they have a gay person on just about every season.
Yeah,
but
either a guy and in fact one
it's
of
usually
their
a lesbian though, isn't it?
no. In fact, one of the first
It's mandatory.
one of the
New
first,
Orleans had a gay guy.
That's why they have 7 cast members all the time. One of them has to be gay.
Well, I remember too that one of the first Real World cast members actually passed away. Pedro did, yes.
He had the AIDS.
Leo, the 40-year-old mailman. Good morning.
Hey, T-Man. How's it going, man?
Yes, Leo, the 40-year-old mailman. What can we do for you?
Hey, I want to qualify for the trip to Vegas, baby.
Leo, the 40-year-old mailman on the party plane. Does that sound like it's the perfect fit that we're looking for?
You need a mailman.
Of course.
I'll deliver you all to Vegas.
Mm-hmm.
You'll deliver us all to Vegas. That was cute.
It's a good line. Yes, I'm sure that works for a lot of people, not us. You never know when we're going to be in the middle of the casino and need to have a package sent out there.
Yeah, right.
Gotta have a 40-year-old mailman on your side.
That's right. He can direct us on how to get it there quickly.
Mm-hmm. Why do we need a 40-year-old mailman on the party plane, Leo?
Well, I can deliver you guys, like you said, to the promised land and...
Leo,
how many more stupid postal service related jokes we're going to hear?
Oh.
You got my stamp of approval, T-Man.
I have a feeling he's got a few more up his sleeve.
Got tons.
But you won't go postal on us, will ya?
No, won't go postal. No, not me.
Leo.
Yeah.
You've been on the route a little too long, don't you think?
I do.
Which is why he may need this, Terry.
Right, that's true.
That ain't nice, man.
Well, the guy has... Oh, jeez. The guy just has that postal sound. Like his mind has just been spinning too long.
I can snap any time.
You can. That's the kind of guy we want on the plane.
Yeah.
That's the kind of guy you want on your left at 30,000 feet, Terry.
Just with a twitch in his eye.
Mm-hmm.
Yo.
Leo.
Yeah, please.
Are you a married 40-year-old mailman or no?
I am married.
You're a married man. Well done.
Congratulations.
Because I wouldn't want to be talking to Leo, the 40-year-old single mailman.
No, that could be dangerous.
That could be dangerous. How long have you been married there, Leo?
20 years this year.
20-year marriage.
Wow, congratulations.
Man.
So obviously you got married at a rather young age, you would agree?
I agree. I wasn't listening to T-Man. T-Man wasn't on back then.
Oh, geez. Now, is it fair to say, not your fault, Leo, by the way, not your fault. Is it fair to say, Charlie and Ty didn't know these things. Too busy doing the Gollywood report. Fair to say, Leo, that your marriage has been a good working institution for you there? It's been everything you ever hoped it would be, or is it a little bit overstating it in saying that?
It's been a great 20 years, T-Man.
Oh, sweet.
Do you love her as much today as you did the day you found and fell in love with her, or is that overstating it?
No, it is not overstating. She is my love.
That's so romantic.
Sounds so
she's coming along, obviously.
This sounds so sincere, Terry, that
It does.
it's hard to tell Leo he can't be a qualifier.
Right. It's dripping with love.
And he knows,
sincerity.
and he knows that he's hanging himself out there as far as sounding like a potential tool by saying all this, and
But he sounds proud of that.
and that's why he's
Tool
not
for loving your wife.
Yeah.
Exactly right.
I'm a tool for loving my wife for the last 20 years.
For getting married so young and talking about how dripping in love you are. I mean,
It's not my fault. I wasn't listening to the T-Man back then.
Well, then...
So you would divorce her now, then, if you're listening to the T-Man.
so wait, so you're saying as great as the experience has been, and as in love as you are, if you were listening to the T-Man back then, you wouldn't have gotten roped into this.
That might be true.
Wow.
Whoa, isn't he kind of contradicting himself there a little bit?
No, I probably would have put it off till I was of the right age.
Mm-hmm. You could have experienced more than you've experienced in your life. Is that what you're suggesting?
No.
Then what would you have done if you would have put it off?
Yeah.
You're not the put it off kind of guy because you wouldn't have done much anyway.
Well, that's possibly true.
So you did the right thing. This meets your personality and your lifestyle perfectly. Getting married young because there's no reason not to get married young because of the kind of guy you are, which is a good guy, Leo.
Mm-hmm.
Right? You're a good man. You're a good, honest, hard-working, loving husband and father. You're a father?
I am. Two wonderful girls.
Two wonderful girls.
And how old are they?
They're 19 and 14.
Oh, jeez.
Bringing the 19-year-old with you?
Leo, it's obviously a foregone conclusion. If we were to qualify you and you were to win, you would bring the lovely wife with you? No, that bitch stays home.
But I wasn't listening to the T-Man show back then.
I think I would have to take her. She would love me forever.
What's this have to take her, Leo? What's this? If I had listened to the T-Man show back then, things would have been different. What's all this talk that contradicts, as Terry said, all the great things you're saying?
One minute she's the love of your life.
Who are you, Leo?
He's a woman who doesn't know what he wants.
Contradictor of the day.
Oh, jeez.
It'd be a wonderful gift to give her for the 20 years that she's given me.
But what about you, Leo? Do you want to take her, or would you rather go with somebody else? Be honest to me, because I'll see through it if you're not. If I could say, Leo, you can take anyone you want, and your wife's not going to mind, who would you want to take?
I would have to take my wife. I love her so much.
The words he's using, though, don't necessarily echo the sentiments that you think he's trying to convey.
Okay, if you didn't...
I have to take my wife because I love her so much.
Yeah, if you didn't have to take your wife...
What's your want?
Yeah.
And your need?
Oh, jeez, easy, Stephen. You know what? Maybe you want to ask him that in private, Stephen.
Well, that's what you're trying to get at, right?
Not in that way.
Well,
not in that voice.
who do you want to take?
I want to take my wife.
Somebody just said in the background, he's lying.
You heard that?
Yeah, they're listening right now, Terry. They're
All my
listening
fellow carriers are with me.
in the postal cafetorium.
There's a trained response. I want to take my wife.
Yeah, there's a sitcom somewhere in that cafeteria, Terry. Yes. Leo, who's giving you a little crap back there?
Oh, that would be little Alfredo.
Mm-hmm.
Little Alfredo?
Yeah, maybe you want to tell him to shut up or you'll open your locker.
T, hook me up, man. Take me, man.
Terry, the man is pretty direct.
He is.
The man has been...
Whoa.
There's a woman in the little pre-postal route get-together place. Did I hear a woman's voice?
You heard a few voices back here.
Mm-hmm.
You're all my fellow carriers.
Are any of them female?
No. Not
hear,
around me.
I didn't hear a female.
No,
we're not accusing you of anything, Leo. I just heard a woman's voice. Was there a woman there or not?
No,
it's okay to
was
work
Reggie.
with women. What?
That was Reggie.
Oh, it was Reggie.
My wife won't let me work with women.
So you have no females in your postal joint there?
I have one around me, and that's
You're a cheater.
Yeah, you're delivering to her.
Now, Leo, tell me about the night. After a tough route going through the snow, not much snow, you got together with your fellow postal workers for a little happy hour fun, a little Friday's action.
You got your postal shorts on.
You got your postal best on, and this token woman that works in your office gave you that look that needed no words. Tell me about what happened next, Leo.
I don't think so, T. I'm a faithful, loyal husband.
Damn. Yeah, Reggie's dying over that one.
Yeah, he is.
You're a faithful, loyal husband, and nothing will ever change that, huh, Leo?
That's right.
Mm-hmm. What do you think you could get out of the party plane, Leo, besides the R&R that everyone could get out of the party plane? What can you get out of being in Vegas with us, being on the plane? What are you hoping to accomplish here, Leo?
I like having a good time with you guys. You guys bring me joy every
Never done
morning.
it before. How do you know?
Yeah. When was the last time you went to the party plane with us?
Because he knows we bring him joy every morning, and this will only expand that gathering of joy that he's been able to have over the past number of years.
You think we just give joy every day now?
Maybe we should just qualify Reggie back there.
Yeah.
I don't know what to do with Leo, Terry.
Come on, T.
He's one of the nice guys in the listening audience.
Absolutely.
I keep explaining to you, Terry.
We need more guys on the plane.
All right, easy, Leo.
Whoa.
Speak for yourself.
Okay.
Oh,
I want to take my wife. I want to take my wife.
Mm-hmm. It's almost impossible for me to listen to Leo and all his niceties, Terry, and then tell him, sorry, Leo, can't do it.
Come on, T. You
Leo,
can do it.
If you'd keep quiet right now, this is when Judge Judy says, you're winning, shut up.
I know.
I love Judge Judy. I want to make love to her. Anyway.
Wow, really? Were there big old 10-carat diamond earrings in her ear?
All right. Anyhow.
Every year.
So for that reason.
Yeah?
And for no other reason, Terry.
Mm-hmm.
Leo's a qualifier.
All right, baby. Love you, T-Man. Love you.
Oh, Jesus.
Watch
All right,
out.
hang on. Leo, if you think you found love, wait till you get on the line with Pasty Dave here, right, buddy?
All right, I'm there.
Leo, your name is in the hopper, buddy. I can't say what's going to happen, but I can tell you that you have a legitimate shot, my friend.
Thank you, T.
Hang on, Leo.
Woo! Yeah.
Leo, the friendly mailman at age 40, Terry. Yes. He's qualified as other people. Oh, jeez.
Good job, man. Where do you deliver mail to? Whereabouts are you?
Oh, God, sounds so creepy.
Where can I intersect your route today there, Leo?
That's what it is.
Uh-huh. I got a hefty package myself, my friend. You can handle it COD.
Oh!
The hell is that all about?
Can you help me lick my stamps?
Whoa, easy.
300.
Oh, jeez.
Whoa.
I'm just getting his address or his route still, Terry.
I think both, dude.
You like Leo, Terry?
I do.
Oh,
that was a
jeez.
good choice.
You believe everything out of Leo's mouth was the truth and nothing but the truth, Terry? Or has he
Yes.
got something to hide underneath his gray male shorts?
No, I think he's very truthful and sincere.
Uh-huh.
So,
Uh-huh.
like that. That was nice.
Lands on the Vegas grounds. First thing he says is, see you back on the plane, honey.
Turns into a wild man.
Hope you have fun.
Yeah.
I ain't hanging with your ass.
Going to all the strip clubs, getting crazy.
20 years enough for me. I need a break. Yeah, maybe this turns into a
Crazy man.
Uh-huh.
Never know unless he wins.
Wow.
See, but I can't control that.
I know you can't.
All right. Glad we can understand that.
Well, I hope he wins now.
It's in the cards. It's in the cards.
The T-Man.
2 men and a woman are facing charges in Britain's biggest cash robbery in history. Last week, robbers walked out with about $92 million in cash.
Wow, that's like Ocean's 11 stuff, Terry.
Yeah, no kidding.
Mm-hmm. $92 million in cash just sticking out of their pockets.
Thank you.
Isn't that cool?
Yeah.
Robbers walked out with about $92 million in cash from this depot south of London. Today's charges...
From a depot? Does depot mean like bank in Old England or what?
Sounds like it.
Or just a bus depot? They have $92 million to register.
No, it sounds like depot to them is bank to us.
Well, I don't know. I don't know where else you'd have $92 million.
Right.
Home Depot?
No.
No, we sold a lot of socket wrenches today. We have $92 million here. Yes, you want it all? Okay, I'll put it for you in the bag here.
They write a note. You better...
Robbers walked out with about $92 million in cash from this depot south of London. Today's charges are the first in the investigation of the heist. 13 suspects have been arrested so far.
I don't get the right people, Terry. They got to arrest somebody in a $92 million heist. Yeah. People make off with $92 million. You know they're not just going to sit there going, hey, which way did he go?
I know, huh?
They're arresting somebody to make it look like they're on the case, but I don't know if they got the right people, Terry.
Yeah.
They got two men and a woman yesterday. They have 13 in custody total. Hi.
Where is all that money?
Where's the money?
13 suspects have been arrested so far. The depot reopened today for the first time since robbers got away with their record haul.
Here it is, the record haul.
You just drag it all out in bags.
Even George Clooney and Brad Pitt are like, you can steal that much?
I know.
Wow.
It's pretty cool.
But it was so elaborate, though.
Doesn't sound that elaborate.
No, they just walked out like, oh, I'm Santa Claus with my $92 million over my back.
Even though it's illegal, I kind of root for that stuff. I don't know why. Hope they get away and never get caught.
But no.
Hope they're on a beach somewhere.
Well, we'll have to find out when we watch the movie in about 8 months.
Rolling their weed and $100 bills.
Whoa!
Yes.
Wasn't Patrick Swayze and Keanu Reeves in some kind of weird movie like that? The President's...
Point Break, yeah.
Point Break, yeah.
Okay. There you go.
Alrighty.
Terry free on movies.
Weren't they surfers?
Yeah.
All right.
Bank robbers, too.
Yeah, they were.
1-866-663-T-MAN is the toll-free number to call, being it's a Thractious Thursday, Terry.
Is it?
I'm going to open up these here phone lines in a couple of minutes. Not right now. I want to hear a couple of Terry Free stories because I see you got a big...
lucky me.
I see you got a big pile over there.
I do. It's a big pile.
And then, well, Pasty, if you want to line up a couple of calls right now, then we'll turn over the show to some phone calls, see what's going on out there, maybe qualify someone for the party plane.
Yeah, that's right. We qualified more than one.
At some point again over the next few minutes or so. But in the meantime, Terry, what do you have to report as far as news of the day? Yes, what do you have?
T-Man, if you're interested, there's a picture of Lindsay Lohan in a little disoriented moment at an event, and her nipple made an appearance. You interested in a picture?
She's disoriented. Why? Because she's inebriated. She's been drinking, and she took a picture.
Well,
her nipple came out to play. I think it was
just kind of at the event. There was so much stuff going on, and
I can find it on the internet.
You can find. Well, I can get it for you. I can give
a nip slip shot.
Yes. If you'd like it.
I'll just go to nipslip.com, Terry. They got them all there.
Oh, okay.
I don't know. I might have just made that up.
All right.
But that's what you're telling me. It's a nip slip picture.
Yes. I can get that for you.
You can print it out for us.
Yes.
We could send it out to listeners in need.
Sure. We probably could, or have Casey do it.
Weren't satisfied with your Christmas gift? The T-Man is going to hand you the Lindsay Lohan nip slip shot for the first 10 emailers, the first 10 texters that want it.
Oh, wow. Goody.
And include their email address.
Right.
Because all the phone lines are ringing right now, so I can't even ask the callers to...
hang up and hold on?
Well, they're not calling for that reason because you know how it works. So the first 10 texters, well, first let me see the picture.
Okay.
Have Pasty printed out for me, please.
I will.
There is nipslip.com, by the way.
There is?
Really?
Man, I must have known that.
Yeah, they probably charge you, though.
Yeah.
Do they, Stephen?
Well, they have the top...
I must have known that, too.
They have the top 20 slips of all time.
I think I did know that.
20 slips.
Yes. I couldn't have just came up with that out of thin air. I must have passed that somewhere in my internet travels. Yes, Terry, what else is going on? I've passed a lot of things in my internet travels, by the way.
I know, and it's kind of scary.
Ellie, stop. You know, things like twin A's and babysitters and 69%. Yes.
Wow.
What's that now?
You just come across that one, huh?
Yeah, you just... Yeah.
What did you say?
Come across.
Yes, Terry.
Nice
what
and
else?
simple.
What else?
According to researchers at the University of Colorado and at Georgia State University, they have found that teenagers who are not good-looking or, ugly, I guess you could say, are more likely to become criminals as adults.
Let me see if I got you. Recent study
By two different universities.
Two different universities have confirmed. They didn't realize that the other university was doing the same study, just a coincidence, on ugly people. The less good-looking you are, the more likely you are to commit crime in the future.
Yeah.
So I bucked the trend, is what you're saying, Terry?
I guess you did.
Wow! That's
They
that's until later this afternoon when I steal $93 million.
Yeah. They surveyed a nice 15,000 high school kids. So
15,000 high school kids.
And that's
I'm sure that was fun study for those people. Oh, geez, don't look at me in the face. Just ugly kids lined up, and
they looked at photos from, you know.
And the uglier people were more likely to go out there and do bad things.
Yeah, they found that out because they tracked these people and found that they were had committed crimes as adults.
Where's my Lindsay Lohan picture, dude? I know you're on the phones over there.
Yes, sir.
You know I'm waiting on a Lindsay Lohan picture over here. Okay. You're on that?
Yes, I am.
Okay.
It's on the printer.
It's what?
I'm sure it's on the printer right now.
He's not saying that yet.
Oh, wow. Maybe he's having trouble finding it.
What else, Terrence? What else?
Well, 24 people in...
Too bad for the uglies.
24 people in Naples, Italy, apparently were arrested for trying to get their racehorses to run faster by giving them a performance-enhancing drug. And that drug was... Want to take a guess?
No.
Okay. It was Viagra.
Oh. What else?
Oh, geez. Local...
I've done that to myself, Terry.
Oh, you have?
Yeah.
See how fast you ran?
You crossed the finish line maybe an inch quicker, but
Oh, okay.
yes.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
This is something actually kind of interesting because it's local.
Right.
And it has to do with Renton High School.
Yeah, I'm waiting for something interesting.
There's the big basketball tourney, which Stephen mentioned in his news going
I've
on.
heard something about the statewide tourney, yes.
Well, the 3A high school basketball team, which is Renton, which is playing.
Oh, it is.
Wednesday, they had their first game.
Would that be yesterday?
Yesterday,
Okay.
yes.
Last Wednesday could
No, I
also
meant
be
I
referred to
thought
as yesterday.
last week, but
Okay.
Anyway.
The last one we
You
had.
may want to read through the story before you go with it, Terry.
Well, just
Okay.
Okay, never mind.
Yesterday, what happened?
Yesterday,
Renton High.
What happened at the game was not all of the students got to go like you would expect.
All right.
The Renton High School put down a little standard for any student who wanted to get out of school to go see their team play.
Because the game was during school hours.
It was during school hours.
Why do they have these games during school hours? There are so
Because
many
there's
damn
so
games
many.
that they can't help but put them during school hours.
They have to play sometime, and we have...
So they gave some kind of requirement. If you
Yes.
want to leave school,
To
you
watch
have to get all your work done by 9 a.m.
No, you had to have a B+ average, or a 3.3.
So if you've already established in your high school history that you've put up a B+ or better average, you can leave school. You're excused.
Yes, to
if
go
you're
to the game.
If you're not making the grade of B+ or better,
We expect you in the
you
classroom.
expect you dummies to come to class.
And the assistant principal, Ed Crow, said, we want students to focus on academics.
You
We
got a
want students in the
problem?
classroom.
You got a problem with that little ruling by the principal who decided B+ or better students go have a good time? You're excused for the day? Are they excused for the entire day or what?
Well, to watch the game, yes.
Well, they have
All
to come
the-
back after the game, I'm sure.
They have to go back to school?
Well, it didn't say anything.
The
It
game
just
was
said,
at 9 a.m., so.
It just says they were excused to go to the game.
They all come trouncing in. What? They all come storming in at noon, all hyped up. They're probably excused for the day, I would imagine.
Well, only 3 got on the bus, I guess.
Well, they have not many smart people, I guess.
Well,
Man, what do you expect?
actually, it was only 6, even at least according to this.
Oh,
6 students were able to go.
Yeah.
Or 6 students took advantage,
Took
of
advantage
having the
of
B+.
it. Yes.
Because the smart kids don't even want to go to basketball.
Well, the reason
We have a team?
I do have a problem
I have
with
a
it.
paper due next week. I can't go.
I do have a problem with it because
Mm-hmm.
what's interesting is the student athletes were not exempt from this. The ball players were not exempt.
And heaven knows
And
they don't have B+ average.
No, they had to have a 2.0 to be able to continue to go.
And a B+ is what? It's like a 3.3?
Yeah, that's pretty
Mhm.
good.
Yeah.
That's a sizable GPA.
It is.
And
I mean...
Renton was undefeated, too. I mean, they...
Yeah.
So you're saying if the principal who lays down this law, this weird law, that B+ students are able to go and everyone else has to stay, you're not allowed to go to the basketball game. If that's the case, then all the players and the band and the cheerleaders should have, because I'm sure they were able to go.
Yes, they were.
They should all have B+ or better averages,
Yes.
too.
Yes,
Well-
because especially coming from a guy who claims we want students to focus on academics. All right, then. That's not unreasonable.
Mm-hmm.
So you forfeit the game?
Well, but the thing is, if you're going to sit there and
No,
expect...
she's not saying forfeit the game, but don't put down a stupid rule that contradicts you allowing your players to go. Don't go. You didn't have to come out and say only B+ students can go. Either nobody goes or everyone goes.
Right.
And not the B-plus students when they see all the dumb jocks getting on the bus, because that's what they are.
Or you could set the same standard, just have it be a 2.2 or whatever you set
Yeah,
the grade
a
point
2.0
average was.
for
2.0, then the whole school's basically gone, except for like me and a couple others that were in the school.
Right. Well, but still.
2.0 is about, what, 75 to 80% of the school, and a B-plus or better is probably like 10% of the school, if that. So, there's a big difference. Well, Terry's saying, and it's hard to say, she doesn't have a little bit of a point here, that this principal didn't need to come out and do this, because all it does is contradict and further stereotype the fact that athletes get benefits and people involved in athletics get benefits. If you're not going to let the B-plus or below students go, then you can't let the players go. They don't have B-plus or better averages. And obviously that's not going to happen.
And the 2.0 is a C average, so like you said, that is...
Is that a C?
Yeah. That's what it says.
I didn't even have a C?
No, me neither.
The damn shame.
But at least they won the game, so I guess that's all that matters, right?
But there are 6 fans rooting them on to victory.
Well, don't forget about the cheerleaders and the band. They were there. And the parents.
The parents and the band were allowed to go. Yeah. You should have brought this story up when the high school Renton people were all getting ready for school. Now they're all there. They can't call in and comment now, unless they're cutting class. The school in Renton is obviously, they're at least in first period right now.
Yeah.
I want to hear from them. What kind of principal do they have over there making cockamamie rules like this? What kind of cock and bull rule is this, Terry?
Ed Crow.
Just come out of nowhere and come up with, what sounds good? B+, you guys go.
What's interesting, too, is Lindbergh High, which is also in the Renton School District, had no kind of restriction at all, and apparently they're also in the tournament.
They're in the tournament, and if their students wanted to go, they were allowed to go, grades or no grades.
Right.
I mean, I understand his point. He wants to make it seem like he's stressing academics over athletics, but it just is unnecessary.
But you're not if you let your athletes be at a 2-point and
you're just setting yourself up for all that kind of criticism.
Yeah.
Well, why do the athletes get to go? Aren't their scholastic hours in class as important?
Well,
no, they're athletes. They're going to make it that way. They're all going to go pro.
That was said a long time ago, the 2.0 thing.
What was?
They have to have a 2.0.
But the decision by the principal just came down this week. That's the only point of the story.
Right. 2.0 is not the problem. It's the 3.3 that we're having a problem with if you're going to emphasize academics.
If the principal had come out and said anyone with a 2.0 is allowed to go to the game, but if you don't have a 2.0, you have not earned your right to miss class, that would be perfectly okay, and that would not be a news story. It would be nothing. It would be smart. It would make sense.
Right.
This, in some small sense, it's not a huge story.
No.
We can make it into one.
But it's interesting.
Put up a billboard.
It's interesting enough that we can make this a huge story. It just seems dumb. It just seems like it doesn't hold water. It doesn't. It's. I don't know. He's setting himself up for all kinds of criticism, and I don't think that's the way he wanted it. All you never know these days.
Well, they won. Their next game's Friday night at 7, so won't have to worry about it.
No, he should make anyone without a B+ average come to school.
Yeah, night school.
Yes. He's going to hold classes that night just to show them. Just to show their commitment to academics.
Right.
I think they are undefeated this year. I mean, it's kind of school spirity. I would think that it would be bonding for everybody in the school to be able to do something.
Right.
So, dumb idea.
Let me clear a couple of lines and see if anyone wants to comment on this. I know.
But Anacortes won in overtime yesterday, and they had to. Well, Issaquah did too.
Nobody comes out of course and makes anything of themselves. Anyway, let me clear a couple of lines and see if anyone wants to comment on the story. Now, I know just a couple of seconds ago said that anything you wanted to talk about was fine and to call in and wait on the phone lines, but things have changed. Oh, geez. If you don't have a B+ average, you can't wait on hold.
Right.
All right. It seems like some of
lines are wide open then.
It seems like some of these lines are beginning to ring now. I wonder if there's any Renton representation out there.
Well, parents of some of the students, I'm sure, are out there listening.
Well, if you're a parent of a student and this was the ruling, it's not killing you by any means to hear that your son can't leave or your daughter can't leave class to go to a basketball game.
I would rather they get to go to the game.
Yeah. I mean, what if they had a 3-point?
A lot of parents would rather their kids be in school.
What if they had a 3.0 and you're a 0.3 away from being able to go?
It's not really
it's kind of fun to be able to go to the game. And
Mama Joy.
Hey.
What's up?
Okay, first I just want to say I have a 3.65.
Okay.
And
we never doubted it.
I'm a mom, and I've always tried to fight that, and to the point of almost trying to bench my own kid when he played soccer. I think you're absolutely right. It's the most dumbass thing to do if your players only have to have a 2.0. What sense does that
Well,
make?
you're never going to have any sports if you have a ruling that says the players in all kinds of athletics need to have a 3.3 or better. That's
But
going to...
you will if you give them help. And
No,
live up to that.
even with help, I could have gotten all the help in the world. I wasn't getting a 3.3. I wasn't book smart like that.
Right.
And not that I was tearing it up in athletics, but I was playing baseball, Terry, and I would have not been able to be on any team if I needed a 3.3. That includes college, that includes high school, that includes every grade past. They thought I had a lot of potential in first grade, but then they were wrong.
I think the reality of you're right. You're probably right. But I don't understand the mentality of that. Why do we let our players get the low standard, but our spectators, boy, you better have a 3.0 before you get your booty out there and
Yeah,
watch
you can't be setting yourself up as a principal. You can't be setting you got to be smarter.
Exactly.
You can't be so non-3.3-ish to come up with some ruling that just is a glaring, obvious situation that is developing, as far as I see it, Terry, that the players can be there with their 2.1, but a 3.2 student is not allowed to go to the game. That seems like just such an obvious double standard. I don't know why any principal would want to set themselves up like that. It's just opening himself wide for criticism as far as being some kind of double standard setting kind of guy.
Open wide.
Assuming it's a male principal, Terry.
Well, as a parent, I think it tells me I need to send my 6-year-old to private school where the standard is higher all the time, not just when there's a basketball
To
tournament.
me, all it's suggesting is very clearly, and this is not the first time it's ever been suggested, and it's not going to be the last, that athletes get preferential treatment. Doesn't matter how dumb they are or how smart they are, they're going to get the perks, and it starts early on. Players, with your 2.1, go play, have a good time. Don't worry about your studies. That'll take care of itself. But the rest of you who aren't good enough to play sports, you better have a 3.4 to go to this game.
Just to watch us play.
Mm-hmm.
You have to be smart.
Robert!
Yes.
What do you got?
Hey, man, you know, when I was in school, man, that kind of stuff was just unheard of, man. You know, I'm a graduate of Garfield, and when we were in the state championship, we went everybody in the school. As a matter of fact, I believe the school even provided us with buses to go to the games.
I never heard of games during school hours. We never had our basketball games during school hours. We never had a statewide tournament, though. We had too big a state, I guess.
Well, because Hanford, one of the schools from Eastern Washington, if any of the schools from Eastern Washington traveled over here and made it in the state, we were all out of school early and traveled.
It's like every county in my state had a tournament, and then after the field was so whittled down, then they had maybe a statewide tournament, but there were so few schools left that there wasn't this need to cram in so many games that you had to do it during school hours.
Yeah. Terry was hammering the back of the Camaro before she hit the pass.
That's right. No doubt. Yeah. It's big time to come over to this side of the state for the big
Was that
state tourney.
great memories, Terry?
Oh, absolutely.
Would you like to put on some kind of like head apparatus and zap yourself back to that time?
Yes.
Like they tried in Napoleon Dynamite.
Oh yeah, this doesn't work.
Yeah, I guess this man would know better than I that the history of this kind of tournament is such that principals know this is a day to let your kids out of school. They're not going to do much. Not going to do much good sitting there thinking about the game that they're missing. You might as well just let them go and root on and be school spirited and not set some kind of stupid standard.
Right. Yeah. And there's even, there are some teachers who are, just as spirited as the students who are not going to sit there and tack on tons of homework for you to get done.
This guy just going overboard, trying to impress everyone on how he focuses on academics first, and it just came out actually being real dumb.
Yes.
That's all there is to this. This guy is trying to trumpet a little message out there that it's academics first around here, and the reality of it, as it all has played out now, is it's just overdone. And it's wrong. And it sends terrible messages that this principal wasn't smart enough to figure out before he made the ruling.
Yeah.
Well, they even still had
a lot about the principal.
Yeah.
The people that went still had to sign permission slips, so you should be able to let everybody go if their parents say it's okay. I don't get it.
Josh!
How's it going, T-Man?
What's up, Josh?
Not a whole lot. I agree with Robert on this. It's like when I was in high school and we'd make it to playoffs, strangely enough, I think we played Garfield for one of those playoffs. But it's like it was a whole school event. Yeah, you were getting out early. What's that?
I didn't say anything. said
Okay,
you got
yeah,
crushed about 7 seconds ago. But
One of the voices in his head.
But it was a whole school event, you know. There was set up a bus so we could all go up from Tacoma to Seattle.
Well, the question is, as long as this tournament goes on, does this become like a situation that develops every week over the next month, that there's going to be a game?
It was just this
It's just
game
this one time?
It
It's
was
just
their-
one day. If it's
it was
just this
their
one
first-
time, let the kids go.
Right.
But how difficult a decision is this?
Yeah, I know.
I thought maybe
And that's
this
why-
guy's saying, all right, there's a game now, and if they win, there could be a game next week, and I can't keep letting them go.
No, the championship is Saturday, so they do it all.
They do it
every
for
day.
all these games
and
in
this
one
was,
week?
Yep.
And this was the first game of their series.
There's only one.
Kids go!
Right.
There's only one game that you would have to miss school for.
This
Yeah.
is the
That was
only
yesterday.
day
One
that
game.
this situation can come about.
Yes.
There's no possibility of there being another game later this week that interrupts school.
No.
Nope.
Let the kids
Yeah.
go!
Theoretically, you can make it a half day.
Gosh.
You know, you could have them back by
Right.
1. Or
Right.
by noon.
You have to be back by
Let
noon.
them
Yeah.
go. Let them have the day.
Yeah.
Man, nothing's going to get done anyway.
It's part of the high school experience.
That's right.
It could be your last good experiences of your life. You got to enjoy them.
Talk about overthinking your position as a principal. Lord.
And he's an assistant
Don't make things so damn difficult. Why do they let assistant principals make such important decisions?
I don't know. Nowadays they have like 5 assistant
Because
principals.
the principal has the guts to make a ruling on this one. They have 5 assistant principals now?
Well, I know that at my son's high school they have like 3 assistant principals and then the principal.
George!
We have one for each class, right?
Hey, what's happening, guys?
What do you got, George?
I'm pretty cool with that, actually, because I think that for high school age kids, that sports is, one of the only safe outlets and one of the only things that keeps them on track or in school. And for the other kids, if they had to miss class to do it, then they could live up to a higher standard to get to do so. It's just an extracurricular activity.
But what kind of message does that send, George, when you're letting all the cheerleaders and the basketball players and the band go, and the same requirement doesn't apply to them?
Well told.
Okay, that's
he can't.
Well, but that's silly to say that that athletes. There's only 11 on the team, right? And Renton's probably a big school, so not everybody's going to make the team. So not everybody can do that to stay out of trouble and stay on track. So there's going to be people left behind.
All right. I don't necessarily follow. But anyway, no student left behind.
Yeah, that's
According
working well, isn't it?
To the man you voted for. So,
how's that working?
I don't know. Now, what else do you have there, Terry? I'm ready to move on. This guy made a stupid decision. I'm sure there'll be many a principal making stupid ones later this week. So, what else is happening in the world?
Got a crazy story about a guy in St. Augustine, Florida.
Bottom line is you don't have to be that bright to be a principal. If you don't do well in school, if you don't have a 3.3, don't worry. There's a future as a principal for you.
Who decided he wanted to...
Oh, here's my picture, by the way.
Oh, the Lindsay Lohan?
Oh, back to important stuff.
Yes.
What do you think?
I like it with her dark hair, I'll tell you that right now. And this is barely a nipple shot. Come on. I go from lambasting the principal to this is barely a nipple shot. Come on. I mean, you can see her nipple. You can almost see a scar where she got her implants here, Terry. And she's lost so much weight that even with the implants, her
They're
breasts
not
don't
even
look
big?
that big. They look nice. I like her. Yeah, she's got a nice size breast here, but it's not, by any means, a big boobie.
Big booby.
Someone just said, hey, principal, turn it on. The teammate's ripping you. A big boobie.
So is it worth emailing?
Oh, this is definitely an emailable picture.
Oh,
Yes.
okay.
Well, she
All
had
right.
some GM event here.
Yeah, it was actually the GM fashion. It was a fashion show.
A fashion
They had
show.
a lot of women there.
Mm-hmm.
Yes,
And
it
Lindsay
was
Lohan.
General Motors Celebrity Fashion Show.
The General Motors Celebrity Fashion Show. Is this the same event I read about that Nick Lachey and the dude from Maroon 5 were sitting like a table away from each other?
Yes.
Ready to kill each other? What a fight that would be. Oh, two tough guys.
Bitch fight.
Mm-hmm.
Slap me. Come on.
What's the dude, the lead singer's
Adam
name?
Levine.
Adam Levine, yes. Who would win that fight? Nick Lachey would probably win, believe it or not.
Probably.
He'd sashay over Adam.
Oh, jeez.
Because Drew showed him how to do it.
Because obviously everyone knows that there's a very strong rumor out there that Adam Levine, lead singer of Maroon 5, has brought the ruckus to the soon-to-be ex-wife of Nick Lachey, Jessica Simpson.
Really?
And yet they were placed a table or two away from each other at this fashion show for General Motors.
Yep.
How do they not tear each other apart? Ladies and gentlemen, if you would like a copy of this Lindsay Lohan nip slip shot, Pasty, you're on that, right?
Yes, sir. It's on the printer.
What do they got to do?
It's on the printer.
I got it in my hand.
Send a self-addressed stamped envelope.
What should the listeners do? I'll give the first 10 listeners that would like this picture emailed to them. How about that? How do they do it? Should they call you? Should they?
Calling's the easiest way.
All right.
Usually. Or email. Either way.
Or email PastyDave at pastydave.com.
See how that works for you.
Yes. Because this is definitely a picture worth getting in your possession, Terry.
Oh, good.
She looks pretty hot here.
That's a good pick, no doubt.
Mm-hmm. But if you're expecting some big nipple blast, you are not going to get it here.
Blast.
This is not the picture where you get some big nipple just staring you in the face. But you can see a hint of nipple.
So it's not a full-on nipple?
You're looking at the picture, Stephen?
Yeah.
So anyone can get this picture then. We don't need to send it to anyone, is what you're saying. Where can we get this picture that people can just punch a couple of keys and be there?
Well, I'm not going to reveal all of my sources.
Oh, you got special sources?
Yes.
All right, Stephen doesn't want to reveal his special sources, so email Pasty Dave. Stephen feels important this way. We'll let him have his
It's
moment.
probably because Pasty Dave emailed it to Stephen. More than likely.
Terry figured it out.
That's probably what happened.
Very few things Stephen has in his possession that are special. Sources and sauce. Yeah. He'd like to keep them both.
I went to pastydave.com.
Sauces, sources, and needs. Well done. Nice trifecta there, Stephen.
That is.
All right, so you're going to have to go to pastydave.com or call him at 1-866-663-T-Man or text him or whatever. If you want the picture bad enough, you'll find a way.
The T-Man.
Annoying cell phone rings that can ruin the fun when you go to the movies and concerts.
Right.
It may soon hit the wall. A company called Natural Nano developing a special high-tech paint.
Yeah.
It locks out unwanted cell phone signals on demand.
Wow, from locking out freshness to locking out cell phone signals, Terry. This is some interesting progress in technology, huh?
Yes.
So what, you put the paint on the walls and it blocks out any cell phone coverage?
Guess so, yeah.
Huh. Interesting.
It locks out unwanted cell phone signals on demand.
Yeah, on demand? Meaning you can turn it on and off? On paint.
Clap on. Clap on.
Off paint. What does it mean on demand?
Well, it sounds like you can, I mean, when her saying that, yeah, like you must be able to turn it on.
It locks out unwanted cell phone signals on demand.
I'm confused.
The company says the paint can switch between blocking cell phone signals and allowing them through.
Yeah, right.
The technology would allow cell phones to work before the concert and during breaks, but the paint would shut them down during the performance.
How about we just have a bucket of paint in the theater and we just paint the people that start talking during the movie? How about that? Can we do that? Can we make that as part of new technology?
If you'd like, I'm sure we could.
Yeah, people don't keep their phones on in movies anymore, do they? Come on.
You're telling me.
Yeah.
I take calls all the time.
I mean, 15 years ago, it was cute to have a cell phone in a movie theater. I mean, people thought you were cool, but you can leave it in the car, can't you?
Wow, Stephen gets no calls.
Oh, they
all
just
right.
put on vibrate.
You're telling me this company has a paint that they can flip a switch, cell phone signals can get through, flip the switch, cell phone signals are now blocked.
Apparently so.
I don't get it.
So long as they still have buttery topping, that's all that matters.
I don't know how it works as far as science is concerned from my standpoint, Terry. This must be real, new, and wild technology.
Wild technology.
Be.
Every bit of paint has a chip in it. Stephen, you're still going to have your golden topping, yes. And now more and more theaters, because of you talking about the ways that you go about your movie-going, snack-buying experiences, they're setting up little stations where you pour your own golden topping.
I know, it's great, isn't it?
Yeah, I think Stephen really did start that. He's
I have
responsible
yet
for
to
it.
see
Well, the new
one.
one in Bellevue has it like that.
The new one in Bellevue.
Oh, yeah.
Mhm.
Oh, yeah.
It's like everyone in Bellevue, they don't do it behind the counter anymore. They just hand you your popcorn and do as you will.
Too much work to make a popcorn butter parfait.
So
Wow, I
now,
didn't know that.
make your own sundaes, a thing of the past. Make your own popcorn, here to stay.
It was good, too.
Man, you just drench. Why don't you just stand under it?
I don't think I drench it, Terry.
Terry suggesting you just turn it into your own personal water fountain.
You know.
I'll have could I just get the bucket? No popcorn?
Okay. Just
Steven,
drink
you
it.
really are a fat ass. I love butter.
Crazy. I mean, if you could, you'd probably stick your dick under there. Never leave the house. All right, anyway, 1-866-663-T-Man is the number to call. I promised a lot of calls on this Thrashes Thursday, Terry, and I only have qualified one person so far.
You have.
Don't, however, tie those two together, ladies and gentlemen, and think that if you call, you're just going to, like, talk about something and be qualified. Or don't especially think to call and just ask to be qualified. That is not the time frame that we're in right now.
Don't try to trick us.
I want to take calls from people that have something interesting to talk about this morning.
Oh.
T-Man, my wife left me. Can't go to the party plane.
So let's go to the phones and see what's out there and who wants to talk about what. Adam is on the line. Good morning, Adam.
Yo, what's up, T-Man?
I'm glad you fired up a call, Adam. What can we do for you?
Oh, man. Well, I'm just wondering why the women around here are flaky, you know. They'll hang out and then they'll just, like, drink and get all wasted and then leave. And
they're leaving you after they drink?
Yeah. Well, like, they hang out and get all plastered, and they're, like, supposedly friends, and I mess around with one of them a little bit, but
yeah, of course you did.
I guess they probably have boyfriends or something. I don't know.
Whoa.
They're just, I don't know. I'm having a problem with the women here, and
because
I need some advice or something.
Some advice. So,
what is
advice?
Oh, just.
I don't know.
Send me the
Hook
album.
me up, man.
So you're getting these girls all liquored up, just the way everyone told you works to your advantage, and then they stagger away from you. They still have enough scruples, even being plastered like drunk like state, Terry. They still have the whereabouts in their mind to know to get away from this guy.
Yeah, sounds like.
Well, you must be quite the catch there, dude.
Well, yeah.
You are. Whoa.
Adam, how old are you?
I'm 22.
Yeah, so when was the last time you actually got some serious action, Adam? It's been a while?
Actually, it has been.
How long has it been, Adam?
5 months.
5 months.
5 months.
You have, you do recall the night 5 months ago where I'm assuming you're suggesting you got laid, Adam, or what?
Yes.
And how did that, yes.
Yeah.
How did that night go
it's
for you,
not
Adam?
delivering a package on my own or anything.
Describe that night for us, Adam, so
well,
maybe see where the problem begins.
Whoa, how about there?
I was in Seattle with my buddy Ed and getting all liquored up at one of the clubs. And
you said you're 22, right?
Yeah.
Trying to figure out what to do with your life post-school? Yes, is that where you are, Adam?
I'm not at school. I'm just working concrete right now.
You're working concrete?
Yeah.
Yes.
It's exciting.
All right. Are you working right now, or are you off the job right now, Adam?
I'm actually supposed to be going to work, but I'm always late. So.
Okay, yes, and they just are pretty immune to that by now.
Yeah,
concrete ain't gonna pour itself.
Yeah, they just laugh when I show up. They're like, oh, there goes Adam when I leave.
All right, let's go back to the big night, though, Adam. 5 months ago, you and a woman, correct me if I step out of line here, if I misstate the facts, you and a woman of what age?
She was 22 also.
Find yourself in an intimate situation. Take it from there, Adam.
Whoa, was in the club and...
What club? What club?
I think it was like Larry's or one of those clubs around there.
All right.
One of the dance clubs.
Right across from Key Arena, Terry?
Yeah,
he's
somewhere
getting
over
his
there.
he's getting his dance on, and she can't help herself but fall in love while how can you when you see Adam's dance moves?
Right. Oh, yeah.
All right, so you're in the club, you're making those moves happen in just the way that you can tell, is wanting you bad, and what do you do next?
Well, I go up and just hitting on her all wasted and drunk. She gave me her number, and then I lost
I can almost smell his bad breath through the radio,
I
Terry.
know.
I can only imagine what she had to deal with.
Oh, he's got the Red Bull stains on the striped shirt.
Uh-huh.
Like a mess.
Hey, baby.
I don't even know this dude's a striped shirt wearer, but go ahead. So you're going up to her, and you're hitting on her in a big-time way, and then what happens?
She gave me her number, and then, we parted ways, and then I lost it, and then I went back to her, and she gave it to me again. And then I was just like, you know what? Let's leave, let's go
Screw
out
the
of
number
club.
crap. Why wait to the future what we could do right now?
Yeah, right now. So
all right, so
I got my keys, or my buddy's keys, and headed out to his
the anti-PSA, Terry.
Yeah.
They're getting boozed up. I got the old keys out, ready to go.
All right, so you get in your buddy's car after he gave you the keys.
His buddy's car, mind you.
Knowing you were drunk enough that you lost a number that you really wanted, but go ahead.
Well, I didn't drive anywhere. I just got in his car. And,
So in the vicinity of the Key Arena, in the shadow of the Space Needle, behind Larry's Club, you are getting it going with her, like, right in the car there.
Oh, pretty much. It's just like...
What kind of car are we dealing with here?
It was a Hyundai Tiburon.
Hyundai Tiburon.
It was a red.
It was a red?
It was the W6 model or whatever, the nicer one, supposedly.
All right, you're in the front seat, you're in the back seat, you're like on the roof?
Seat.
You're under the car? What are you doing?
All right.
Front seat.
First, I hopped in the driver's seat on the passenger, and then I just...
You put her in the driver's seat.
No, she's in the passenger.
She's in the passenger, and I'm in the driver, and then I jumped over onto the passenger seat. And
you straddle her.
Oh, I just got on top of her, started working it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So you went from a romantic moonlight Larry's Club kiss to jumping over to her side of the car, and you said you started working it. What does that mean? What does that exactly mean? You start throwing your clothes to the other side? What do you do?
Just pretty much hurried and got down her panties and everything. And got right on in.
Both hands down the panties.
Sounds awfully giddy about it.
You're left and right handing it down her panties? You're leaving one hand free or one hand somewhere else?
I used one hand to undo her belt and her pants, and the other one to yank them down.
Yankee yank. Talk about no wasted motions.
No.
And now it's time for you to obviously meet her halfway across the sky and take off your clothes. Who does that for you? Is she so just engulfed in the moment that she rips your clothes to shreds, or you take off your own clothes there?
She was undoing mine kind of at the same time.
Man, I wish I could...
Furious.
Wish I could see the woman that was in this Hyundai. It's such a evening of all evenings, Terry. I wish I could just get a look to see what she is all about.
Yeah.
Oh, man, I wish I could, too.
She was hot.
Again.
I know you did, Adam. You're that kind of guy.
He doesn't even remember what she looks like.
Was she hot, Adam?
Oh, she was beautiful. Long, black hair, blue eyes, nice butt. Don't even remember her name.
Okay.
I knew it.
All right, so you're both with your clothes off now, and obviously you're excited, and she can't help but be excited. What happens next there, Larry?
Well, of course, I have to grab my friend, my little hat.
So you put a condom on there in the Hyundai Tiburon?
Gotta cover up. Gotta be smart.
You took her clothes off. You threw your hand down her panties. She took off your clothes, and you grabbed for a condom in your back pocket.
At the same time as caressing her.
Mm-hmm.
Pretty talented. Making sure she was right.
God, he sounds like he's like ready to baste a turkey or something.
I don't know where you got that, Terry, but in some manner of speaking, maybe he was.
I'm definitely going to your house on Thanksgiving this year.
Make sure she was.
Terry, so far, Adam is telling us a story. He's giving us mounds of details.
Yes,
do you have any problem with his credibility? Do you feel as though this story actually happened right there in the parking lot of Larry's Club? Or do you feel as though you're talking to a lying bastard?
Well, so far, he hasn't, given me any information where I can't see it happening.
The problem I have is you're going for it in such a high amped way in the car there, in the Hyundai Tiburon. You're ripping each other's clothes off, and you stop and you put on, I don't know, every time I was in such heated moments, the condom was just such a second thought, Terry. Maybe that was just me and my irresponsibility.
Could have
but
been.
Adam is so much more responsible.
Sounds like
and it's very clear when you hear him, Terry. He's so much more responsible than the average guy. I guess he thinks of things that others might not.
Right, could be.
Is that what it comes down to, Adam?
Pretty much. I gotta live long.
Mm-hmm. I can't disagree with that. So you throw on the condom, and you just plow it on in there, and how long does it last for you, Adam?
It was about 25 minutes.
25 minutes of...
Yeah. That was great.
Terry's reaching for the button.
I was just going and...
25 minutes of non-stop Adam pumping.
Oh, yeah, pump away, Adam.
Of course,
correct me if I'm wrong.
A little bit and go slow and take some time. I can't
it takes a while when you're drunk.
Yeah, that's what I was going to say. Correct me if I'm wrong, but when you're in an inebriated state, you're not really like...
Terry wants to know if you were full throttle the whole way, the whole 25 minutes there, Adam. Were you soft, and then a little hard, then a little soft again?
Oh, well, I can give you those details anytime.
You what?
I'll give you those details.
Mm-hmm. You'd like to give her those details personally, is what you're saying?
Oh, yeah.
Since she's so inquisitive about this, yes. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. As soon as I get past the, 5-minute mark, if I do it slow and take my time.
Well, actually, he's described, now I think about it, he said Larry's.
Yeah.
I was thinking Mr. Lucky's.
Oh.
You're in Pioneer Square.
Oh, yeah.
Oh.
So he's under the viaduct.
You didn't even correct me when I said by the Space Needle, by the Kia Rita. You didn't even correct me.
Oh, I'm not even really that familiar with Seattle. I've only been here a couple of years.
You know that it's not...
Bullcrap, call her out today.
There you go. It's funny. Adam, hang on. Get your thoughts together.
Yeah.
I need to take a break.
Get a map out.
Right on.
Yeah. I know you're late enough for work already, but it wouldn't hurt to be a couple minutes later.
No, it's worth it.
Got a couple more questions for him, Terry.
I'm having some fun. Right on.
More than a couple now.
Right. We'll get back to Adam and all the unbelievable details of his most intimate night that he had recently. After these words.
The T-Man.
Like this?
And if your shorty's in the house tonight, just grab her by the hand, homie, make her understand. I was made to dance like this. I was made to bounce like this. Just let her know she was made for you.
Yeah.
You want to do everything she want to.
Yeah, whatever. Terry.
Yes.
My question to you is, are women out in the Pioneer Square area leaving the bars to go off with some hack and get it all happening in his Hyundai Tiburon or his friend's Hyundai, because they didn't even have a car, and are they letting you go for it right there in the parking lots of Pioneer Square in that fashion, Terry, yes or no? Because if you believe Adam's story,
Sure. Yeah.
then you believe that, yes, women out there are leaving clubs. They are walking off with strange guys who are barely able to stand up. They are going into Hyundais. They are getting in the front seat. They are getting naked. They are throwing the VJ out there. They are letting themselves be penetrated by guys like Adam right there next to the club in Pioneer Square. So is that happening, yes or no?
Yes.
So, therefore, you do have a good chance of believing Adam's story, because you believe women are doing that out there.
Yes.
For guys like Adam in Hyundai Tiburons, you believe that's happening?
Yeah.
I mean, maybe a hand job, but I mean, all the way through the circuit he's getting access to?
Obviously, she was kind of inebriated herself, so hey, why not?
So guys like Adam can get it done like that.
Well, I guess so.
See you there this weekend, then.
If that's the case, I may have to make a return engagement at the clubs, Terry.
There's a lot of dirty whores out there.
Oh,
so.
wow.
Yeah,
Stephen
there
Kilbreth putting it in a nutshell for us.
Called your girlfriend a dirty whore.
Wow.
Not a girlfriend.
That he doesn't know her name.
Yeah, doesn't know her name.
Let's see what the text pages say. The text pages say at 8:57 and 40 seconds, T-Man, please disconnect this fag Adam from the air. I almost blew chunks listening to this loser's story.
They're just a bunch of chumps wishing they were in a position where they can build up the balls to actually call the T-Man show and say, what's up?
8:53, that's what it takes. Yes, mounds of balls. 8:53 and 18 seconds. 8:53 and 18 seconds. Somebody writes, Larry's can't even serve liquor anymore. Well, this guy did say the story was 5 months old, so they were serving liquor back then. Is Larry still trying to make a go of it without serving liquor?
I don't know.
They're still open?
They're still open.
No smoking, no liquor?
Yeah, no smoking, no liquor, but hey, good time.
Sounds like a library to me. Anyway. What
I
else?
think you can get a good book in there.
8:47 and 21 seconds. T, this guy is never doing anything but concrete because he's dumber than cement.
Oh, that's
now, Adam,
creative.
Adam, do you want to dispute that? Do you believe you are smarter than cement?
Just a bit, maybe. I don't know.
Not a lot, but enough.
Yeah, just enough.
8:46 and 38 seconds. T-Man, did you hear about the 15-year-old retarded girl that was molested outside the Larry's Club parking lot about 5 months ago in a red Tiburon?
Terrible.
Oh, that's sad. I hope it wasn't anyone he knows.
Wow, he's
good on it. All right, so Adam.
Also creative.
Yeah.
You began your call by saying all women are flaky, and then I got you into this last time that you had a little go around through the track. But you've gotten frustrated since then with all women, even though you did have this night that I would consider a night of all nights, Terry.
Sure.
I mean, if I'm at the club and I pull some babe that I consider hot enough to go into the car and have a go at it, I mean, that's a good night.
You don't even have to take her home.
You know, that night satisfies me. That kind of situation is so satisfying to me. It gets me through at least a year's worth of any potential frustration.
Absolutely.
And yet he begins his call talking about how frustrated he is towards all women, Terry. And I wonder how that can be.
Huh. Well, it's just that, like, they have a hard time making commitment and, like, staying with the plan.
And you believe that you are the type of guy that a woman should be so ready to commit to?
No, not necessarily,
All
but
right, then
they
why
can
do you-
give me a try.
Give you a
I mean,
try.
I'm faithful. I'm good looking.
You're a faithful guy.
I'm faithful.
You're a good-looking guy.
I'm a good-looking guy.
Well, I never usually say this. I never usually say this to a. I never usually say this to a guy. But why don't you describe yourself, Adam? Because I'm dying to know.
Well, you want a MySpace account?
Oh,
Yes.
I never usually respond to guys like this, but yes, absolutely, Adam. I want your MySpace.
Jamba Juice, Adam?
Give us your MySpace.
All right, can I do it off there?
Yes, just throw it out there. I mean, you're not shy. Anyone who's listening is welcome to go to your MySpace, right?
No.
No, okay.
Why?
We'll put you on with Pasty Data. He's a very shy guy, of course.
Fancy, you want to hook up with people? Fancy Pants loves it, man.
I
Pasty,
bet he does, but Fancy Pants is
are
fancy.
you talking to the dude? Are you talking to Adam?
ACR.
Uh-oh.
Wow. Well, it's a long one.
Oh, yeah.
Pounding
The Magnum, dude.
Whoa.
That's why she's not disappointed in the Hyundai.
Yeah. That's why I took 25 minutes. That's the only
25
thing I have
minutes.
a problem
That's a
with so
6-minuter at best.
Okay.
At best. 3 minutes more likely. Yes, Pasty, what are you doing there? You're at a space?
Printing out pictures now.
Oh, wow. When has he ever printed a guy's picture out?
Printing out pictures to go right over my Lindsay Lohan nip slip deal.
Yeah.
Let me tell you, this is a big day for the program.
I mean, he's a.
Uh-oh.
What am I?
He's a decent looking guy. I mean, he's
the kind of guy that if you were
got some muscles.
You were
Lots of muscles.
I like the muscles. Oh, yeah. Bulging biceps.
You're at Larry's, Pasty. You're leaving to get into the Tiburon if you're a woman.
My God.
It might be hard to say no to Adam. Here.
Wow!
Really? He's a hot
I think Pasty forgot the part, if you're a woman.
Perfect pics.
Adam, you work out? Is that the deal?
A little bit, not as much as I should.
All right, well, Pasty's about to bring over the picture. Let's see if he looks like he sounds to it.
Pasty's loving your body, dude.
Yeah,
Let's see what he's got. Where is he?
Whoa.
Uh-oh.
Pasty's outside.
Whoa, he's a little overworked.
Taking a little extra time.
Uh-oh.
To myself for a while, dude.
Now, you said you're not from here. Where are you from originally?
Originally, I grew up in Atlanta, Georgia.
Oh, okay.
The dirty South.
So you've only been up here for a little bit?
Yeah, just 2 years now.
Why does everything out of your mouth sound so damn corny, Adam?
I don't know.
Oh, okay.
Probably because I'm
Just a
from the
hick.
South.
I don't hear a southern accent or anything.
I try to hide it up. I've been told I sound like a retard talking like, a hillbilly. The girls
I
dig
can't
it,
believe
but
that,
I don't
Adam.
like it.
Mm-hmm. Oh, he said, you're only 24?
22.
You're only 22?
22.
Look about 40 in this picture.
I look 40 in the picture? Are you looking at the right one?
This can't be the right picture, dude.
That's my buddy that just passed away.
My bad.
Looking at him.
My bad.
You printed out the wrong picture?
Yeah, I printed out the good-looking guy of the two.
Pasty, you didn't think to yourself that
I'm the
can't
blonde
be.
kid.
You didn't think to yourself that can't be a 22-year-old. The picture you printed out.
I honestly didn't even look at I printed it out.
Mm-hmm.
He just printed what?
So do you want to reevaluate your opinion on Adam, or is he not muscular like you said, or what?
He's definitely not as big as the other guy.
You know what? Just go get the picture.
Oh, yeah, easy.
He's got some orange hair, it looks like.
So he liked the old man picture.
He liked the old man, yeah.
He liked the old man.
How old is that old man that I was just looking at? That old man that I was just looking at, that I was trying to figure out whether it was you. It took really long and hard thinking to figure that out. I don't know how Pasty was duped. How old is that guy?
I think he was 45, and
gosh!
He just passed away.
Oh, my gosh. How? Oh, oops, sorry, never mind.
It's cancer.
All right, now,
It was cancer.
Believe it or not, this is what I expected Adam to look like.
Really?
Yes.
Okay. Oh,
This is just dead on. When I heard muscles, I was like, no, Adam's not working out.
And then Adam didn't even say he worked out. He's like, nah, not really.
Mm-hmm.
But I'm buff.
Oh, yeah.
That's Adam. Terry.
This is Adam.
Now, let me also say this. There's not a woman that you can find anywhere in the white pages, Terry,
Okay.
or yellow, or any other kind of pages that's leaving the club to get into the Tiburon,
Okay.
to get naked,
Right.
and slap the VJ on Adam.
Okay, I agree with you now.
Especially a hot one like he's...
No way.
No offense, you're a cute, fun-loving looking kind of guy, I guess. But you're not the kind of guy women leave the clubs for, to get into the Tiburon.
What are you talking about? Women always do it.
Now listen, Adam, I've talked to you long enough.
All right.
I even held you over to the break.
Okay.
I'm sorry we weren't able to solve any problems for you because we got sidetracked about your last sexual experience. But let me just put it this way. It was worth it for us.
We got a
All
good
right?
story out of it.
It was worth it for us.
Right on, man.
Now admit to me that you made up the whole story in the car outside of Larry's market, and I'll make you a qualifier for the party plane.
I have the... Oh, man, T-Man. I can give you my buddy's number. that the Tiburon I hopped in, he didn't see me actually penetrate her.
Whoa!
But you can't give us her number because you lost her number, right?
Well, I don't have her number because I already lost it several times. But
Your friend will verify every detail of the story up till penetration.
Well, he knows that I got down in his car because I came back and I told him.
Because there was lady juice all over it. Is that right?
Was that?
Never mind. All right. Very good, Adam. I guess you're not going to qualify then because he rightfully stuck to his guns. And,
he did.
And he's telling the truth.
Stephen believes his story is truthful. So based on that, Stephen, the fact that he didn't cave in, the fact that he didn't sell out, the fact that his story, in your mind, is truthful. Should we qualify the guy? No? Okay, good. Bye. Yeah. Bye, Adam.
Oh, damn. What's up?
We look forward to your next call to the program.
Damn, it's going to end like that. It was awesome, man.
We're not satisfying for you, Adam?
Wow.
You guys are very satisfying.
I take care, buddy. All right, bye.
God.
Adam. I mean, have you ever had an image of what someone's supposed to look like in your mind and have it be more dead on than that, Terry?
Exactly what I thought.
Is that just nailing it?
Oh, my gosh.
Does he just look exactly the way he sounds or what?
Yes.
Big doofy haircut?
Yeah, big doofy face.
Big doofy face.
Man. Okay, then.
But I honestly look forward to his next call, Terry.
Oh, God.
It's pretty cool that skinny people can fornicate in cars.
That's because they can move around.
You believe a story, Stephen?
I do believe it, yes.
Sarah, I'm sorry for the long, lengthy discussion we had with Adam, but it's now your turn. Good morning.
Good morning. How you doing?
Pretty good. How are you?
Good. I'm so excited to finally talk to you.
Oh, well, that makes two of us, Sarah.
So, how's it going this morning? Adam's pretty crazy.
Ah.
I can tell you right now that he's probably telling the truth.
All right. Because you were that girl?
Because I go out with many, many girls to the club, and all they want to do when the club is out.
I'm not saying girls aren't leaving the club for certain guys in certain cars, Terry.
Right.
But you got to factor all of the component parts into this equation. Are girls leaving the club in Pioneer Square to go sitting in the parking lot with their clothes off, which is a high-volume area at whatever time of night or morning it is? Are they willing to get naked in Hyundai Tiburons with guys like Adam, have them put on condoms, and get all freaky in the car like that? I'm not saying women don't leave cars, get in Escalades and stuff like that.
But, well, you have to remember, too, I mean, depending upon where this car was parked, it could have been underneath a viaduct where it's a lot darker and you can't
women
see
don't even want to be in that kind of scary situation.
Well, I'm just...
Put that dark under there.
But most of your...
not all lightly lit either.
Sarah, you're telling me women do leave clubs in Pioneer Square for guys like Adam and getting all reclined in Hyundais to get... as he put it, penetrated.
Well, most of the club
I don't know
people
about
can't afford
Hyundais,
Escalades.
but I know that they do it every night, and I've actually done it, so I can tell you.
What'd you do?
I left the club with a guy, and we went right across the street, and he had a Pontiac Grand Prix.
Oh, it's a baller. And what kind of club were you at? What club were you at this particular night?
Shotzi's.
Uh-huh.
Shotzi's?
Where's it?
That's in Arlington, right?
No, that's in Everett.
It's in Everett.
Oh, there's two. Okay.
All right, so you're at Shotzi's in Everett.
One in Everett's real nice.
You're at Shotzi's in Everett. You met this guy how many minutes earlier before you left the club? No
2
minutes.
hours.
2 hours earlier? You met him 2 hours earlier. You leave the club. You head across. Everett's a little bit more of a lower volume kind of where you get naked. You're not worried that someone's going to walk by your car every other second.
Well, it was in another bar's parking lot.
But if you, I mean, Pioneer Square is nothing but party time, and you have all different types of people.
Right.
I mean, if he were to say over in Bellevue there was a club in Bellevue, I wouldn't have believed it, because to me, Bellevue, of course, has a different kind of
but there are certain clubs in Bellevue.
But Pioneer Square, because there's all kinds of different clubs and people.
Yeah, but the average girl's going to be reluctant knowing there are people walking around to be naked in a car having sex with some guy like Adam.
I agree.
Oh, but they'll have sex in a bathroom.
It never happened to us.
Yeah, exactly.
There's a little bit more guaranteed privacy. We don't have to worry about your neighbor or someone rolling up on you all naked in the car and being embarrassed of being caught with Adam. then no offense, Adam, you seem like a good guy. Go back to concrete now. Then maybe you'd be more inclined to do something like that. But I'm talking Pioneer Square, where people are walking around, and actually, if you see someone in the car going after it, you're pounding on the car. I don't think a woman puts herself in that situation unless she's got to have it. Now, the question is, do you have to have it so bad from Adam that you're willing to bypass all these other things that would make you stop and not do something like that?
Well, obviously she did, because, I mean, I'm like Steven, I believe the story with the exception of the 25 minutes.
I don't necessarily believe the story, but I liked Adam's call. I like
you
it.
believe the story until you saw his picture, right?
No, I didn't believe the story until I saw his picture. I believed the story until I heard details like putting on the condom. I believe...
Well, some people use them.
I don't doubt it, but some people do. But there was just certain stops along the way of this story that made me have pause. Now I want to hear the story about the Grand Am. You said it was a Grand Am?
She said it was, yes.
Grand Prix, I thought.
Grand Prix.
It was a Grand Prix.
Oh, yeah. All right, so you're at Shotzi's. You meet this guy 2 hours earlier, and he's saying what to you? He's saying all the right things?
Well, actually, I went up to him because he was hot.
Yes.
And I wasn't getting along with my boyfriend at the time because he's a freaking prick.
Oh, jeez.
Whoa.
Did you say the F word?
I don't know.
Did you say the F word? Or you said freaking?
I thought you said freaking.
Okay,
I said freaking.
Okay, he's a freaking prick.
Yep.
And you were with him at the club that night or no?
Hell no, I wasn't with him.
Okay, so you left the freaking prick on his own that night. And
Prick-free.
And you knew. You had the mindset of going to the club and making him pay for being a freaking prick, didn't you?
No, not really.
Of course you did.
He's always trying to cheat on me, and I just got sick of it.
All right, so you moved up on some guy and you said what? And
believe it or not, like, when you're constantly being cheated on or they're trying to cheat on
Of
you.
course! That's why you went out on this night with premeditated whoring on your mind.
That's the best guy.
Premeditated whoring, Terry. There's nothing better than women that walk through the club door with premeditated whoring on their mind.
Dirty skank.
Who can I screw?
Going to Hot Shotzi's tonight.
Spy Space is down, so you have to call more than ever. All right, so 2 hours. Let's fast forward 2 hours. He asked you to leave the club. You asked him to leave the club, or no words need to be spoken.
I asked him for a ride to my car. My car was parked across the street, and it was raining out.
We all know what you were really asking for, and you know what you were asking for when you asked for a ride to your car, right or wrong.
Right.
Premeditated whoring. Woo! All right. So you get in the car. And you're going after it within, like, fractions of a second, right?
Pretty much.
All right, what happened?
My friend was with me, and she was really drunk, so I put her in my car and then went back to his car to talk to him.
Let's talk to him, right? And describe what happens next. Don't leave out any details.
And then we just started talking, and I liked the fact that
What were you talking about in the car? You both know why you were there. Why even bother talking?
Wow, those are some nice jeans you got on.
How do you like Everett? Pretty cool, huh?
What are you talking
I wanted to know what name to scream.
After 2 hours, you didn't know his name?
No, I knew his name.
All right, so why are you lying? What are you talking about in the car?
Well, we were just talking. He was from out of town, and I was just curious from that because that just totally is awesome to be with somebody who's not local.
Yes, nothing better for your premeditated whoring. I was about to say that an out-of-towner.
Jackpot!
All right. Wait, he's there at the club by himself from out of town?
Yeah. He was with, because he's in the Navy, and he was with a couple of guys.
All right, so you're talking for how long in the car? 5 minutes? 4 minutes? 2 minutes?
No,
what?
actually, it was about 10, 15 minutes.
Whatever. Okay, man, that would be torture for me. But anyhow, I knew if I knew I was getting where I needed to go, though, it would be worth it. So, all right, so 15 minutes later, what happens?
We just started kissing. I was really drunk and just being goofy and just started, like, being all crazy, and then we ended up just kissing, and then that went from there.
Okay, keep going.
Yeah.
Where's there? Tell us about there.
I'm in like a half tank, so don't stop.
Well, there went from me basically taking his shirt off and just, like, him basically just totally undressing me, and then we just went at it, like, for, like...
You're straddling him facing the back seat, or what?
No, it was in the front seat.
I know, but you're straddling him facing the back window. How you doing?
No, I was straddling him, but I was in the front
You're
seat.
facing forward.
Mm-hmm.
So you're both facing the same direction?
No, he was sitting on the seat like normal, and I was on top of him.
And you're facing the back window?
Yes.
Okay.
That's what you asked 10 minutes
ago. Yeah. Like 3 times you asked for that.
So times in Everett.
So, so you're riding him, and he's not wearing any condom. You're being raw dogged by him, right or wrong?
Well, I was on birth control.
Oh yeah.
Oh, that'll save you.
And this is more of an honest story, though,
I love
Terry.
girls like that.
This is more of an honest story. So you're on the pill, right, to regulate your period, right?
No, I'm on the depot.
Yeah, you take the depot shot because you know you got some premeditated whoring on your mind.
Can't control myself.
Okay, so you can't get pregnant, but are you concerned about STDs?
All right, Terry, it's not
Come on, you're
time.
ruining my story, Terry. Shut it.
For a lecture. She knows all she knows about STDs, and she's willing to face the odds.
Okay. In 5th grade, come on.
Ma'am, shut it. Magic beat AIDS. Anyhow.
So anyways, the cool part about it was not only having sex in public, but having sex in public and being caught is even funner.
It was a rush? Who
We
caught
got
you?
Caught
By who?
by 2 kids riding on bicycles.
Oh, that's hot.
And they loved it, too, because they were just standing right in front of the car. And we had to roll down the window and tell them to
Move on,
get the hell out of there.
But that made you ride even harder, right or wrong?
Right.
Mm-hmm.
Wasn't that fun?
How long did it last, and where did he finish?
It lasted about, 30 minutes. I'm still trying to remember. I think I was pretty drunk. It was about 20, 30 minutes.
Mm-hmm. Women are so drunk that 5 minutes equals 30 minutes. That's a good move. And where did he finish? All up in you or what?
Yeah.
Paya.
Booyah!
No winner you do? No.
Yes. Sarah?
Yes.
You're 21?
22.
22. And you wanted to qualify for the trip to Vegas, is that right?
Yes, please.
Okay, hang on the line.
Okay.
We're gonna qualify you.
Thank you, team.
Just randomly.
I love you.
Just all about random qualifying, Terry. Hang on, Sarah.
All right, thanks.
All right, take care. Hang on. Man, see how Pasty handles this one.
Sarah. It's my sister's name, you know.
Oh, boy.
I don't need to hear that. Oh, yeah, that's right.
Yeah,
Ladies and gentlemen, I'm glad you reminded me. Ladies and gentlemen, from 2 to 4 o'clock today, Hopscotch Scott is going to be making a public appearance. Is it 2 to 4?
Is he doing another drive-through thing?
Honestly, I swear I just guessed 2 to 4. I was waiting for you to correct me, but you never corrected me, so I can't believe I nailed it.
Maybe I'm wrong.
From 2 to 4 today.
2 to 4.
Hot Carl Scott is going to be making a public appearance. That's meaning that you, the fans of this great American, can head on out there and say, how'd you do? Can enjoy some buffet products, can shake a hand, kiss a baby, and lift a weight or two, because it's all at 24-Hour Fitness, Terry, in Renton. Is it in Renton?
It is in beautiful downtown Renton.
Beautiful downtown Renton. Maybe I'll show up at Diamond Lil, pick up my hands with you.
Come on down.
Yeah. So,
that's right. It's a new location there.
Is that right? It's a brand new location. You're going to be cutting the ribbon on that baby?
Cutting the ribbon.
Wow.
And you don't need a 3.3 to get in.
Okay.
Whoa.
Oh, good.
1.9 will do.
So 24-Hour Fitness, 2 to 4 o'clock today. What's the address? What's the address for people who don't know where the new 24-Hour Fitness is?
4004 Northeast 4th Street.
4004 Northeast 4th Street, 2 to 4 o'clock. Go down and say hi to Hot Shot, and if you need further directions, just call 229-SHOT. All right.
We're giving away tons of stuff, too.
They're giving away tons of stuff, and there's going to be a buffet. It's always interesting.
It's free food, man.
It's always interesting to have a buffet right in the middle of 24-Hour Fitness, but there it will be.
And they trick people into thinking it's there every time you go.
Free food and free Hot Shot Scott access.
Giving away a big screen TV as well.
Giving away a big screen.
Sweet.
And a snowboard, all kinds of stuff.
And a
cool.
snowboard.
That's right.
Man.
That's how we do it.
I understand.
That's how we roll.
All right, let's see what we have here. I have to pick a winner amongst the qualifiers, by the way, Terry. We haven't done that yet.
Oh,
this
my
morning.
gosh.
Let me sneak in a couple of text pages. 97373 is where the text pages roll in, don't you know? That's 97373. 921 and 16 seconds. Somebody writes, if the whore is going to get in the car in the first place, the last thing she's worried about, T-Man, is people coming up and watching her as they walk around Pioneer Square.
There you go.
It happens.
That's true.
It happens all the time. Now, I'm not doubting it doesn't happen all the time. I was just wondering, in that specific scenario, with a guy like Adam, and you all heard him, that's a big factor here, leaving the club, going to the Hyundai, and getting all naked in Pioneer Square with all those people walking around. Now, all that has to be included. And if women are doing that, then that's fine. It's been a long time since I drove a Hyundai. And if I'm just not in the know, Terry, if women are willing to get in Hyundais in Pioneer Square with guys that sound like Adam, no offense to them, I like your call, but hey, if I'm a woman, I'm not screwing you. Are women doing that?
So if you drove a better car, you'd screw them?
The answer is absolutely. I only go for the best cars with my vagina. Mm-hmm.
Wow, really? Your vagina's up for sale only for the best?
Those Tiburons are pretty cool cars. I mean,
they
it's
are.
not.
So we've given one away.
As I actually heard my mother tell to my sister when I was a younger man, Terry, it's just as easy to fall in love with a millionaire as not. Or as anyone else. She actually said that to her. You believe that crap?
Wow.
Isn't that wrong?
Yeah.
It's just as easy to fall in love with a guy who makes a ton of money or a lot of money or something like that as it is to fall in love with a guy who doesn't. Imagine that.
So how'd she do?
She's married to a millionaire.
Really?
Yes.
Oh, good for her.
She met him at Harvard Business School. How could they go wrong? Anyway, this is I don't know, but I'm pretty sure that's true.
Wow.
Either that or I dreamt this about my mom. Mm-hmm. Anyway, because I dream about my mom all the time.
Wow.
9:20 and 59 seconds. It's true about Shotsies and Everett. There's a whole bunch of fat, horny girls willing to do anything up there. I never doubted that story.
Right. Well, the
sounded
other thing,
believable.
too, is now Adam claims that this girl was hot, but he also knows that he was totally wasted.
And that's another
had
factor.
the beer goggles on, so anything looks good,
That's
right?
another factor. When Adam described her, he described her as really hot.
But what's hot to Adam?
That's a good question. And it's something we'll
Hot
never...
to Adam is probably not hot to you
Oh,
guys.
geez. We'll never know. We'll never know. I gotta know. We'll never know.
Right.
We'll never know. I need to know. We'll never know.
I mean, dark hair, green eyes, okay.
9:20 and 29.
Dirty horse coming all shapes and sizes.
Yeah, they do.
Somebody writes, my friend almost always pulls a girl out of the club and into his car. Yeah, but that's against her will. It's different. I love guys that are so into their guy friends. Oh, my guy friend's so cool. He's always hooking up. Should be you, dude. 9:19 and 51 seconds. Any girl that screws a guy like Adam has the brains of a rock. Oh, well put. I don't know. 9:19 and 22 seconds. Girls become exhibitionists when they're drunk. 9:18 and 55 seconds. Skank-ass hoes that went to Larry's would give it up anywhere. That girl was probably shocked she met a guy that was there with a job and a car and all.
Whoa.
You have a car? Okay, I'm in.
Yeah, there you go.
9:10 and 2 seconds. Ask Adam what his beauty from the club weighed. He was probably a desperate 300-pounder. That's not how he described her. I think he would have mentioned if she was a 300-pounder.
He doesn't even remember name or...
9:07 and 21 seconds. Adam is full of hang up on his ass. He needs some professional help. He's a stupid bitch. 9:03 and 51 seconds. T-Man, spank me anytime. Spank me.
Okay. Easy. Are you spanking now?
Oh, let's skip over to Tiffany.
Oh, really? No way. For real?
8:52 and 5 seconds. T-Man, I can go for hours with a golden topping dick. Mm-hmm.
Well, I think that's for Steven.
Yes. 8:45 and 48 seconds. T-Man, where does your wife rate on your T-Man scale? Well, everyone's biased about their own woman, of course.
Of course.
However, I obviously think that she's way up there. Hall of Fame sperm and egg. There are only 6 supermodels in the world, Terry, and that's the next rung down. Now, of course, you can look at my wife's pictures and come up with conclusions of your own on my MySpace. And then you can text me and write what you think. I'm sure there'll be a lot of people taunting me just for the sake of taunting me, because that's what people like to do at times.
That's what they do, yeah.
I won't take you seriously. Okay, maybe I will, and I'll cry on my pillow. But anyway, those pictures are there. You can judge for yourself. Because I do believe every man rates his woman maybe higher, so I'm not going to just say, oh, definitely a Hall of Fame sperm and egg, and just make it like it's all, universal as far as that opinion. Mm-hmm. Figure it out for yourself. 8:45 and 39 seconds. I think Lindsay Lohan's nipples are so sexy, I just want to suck them. Thanks for the pick. 8:45 and 22 seconds. I go to Renton High and went to the game yesterday, and I don't have a 3.3, but I cut classes all the time anyway to listen to your show. Oh, that's nice.
That's great.
8:34 and 12 seconds. T-Man, I love you and Terry and Steven so much. Without you three, I would never make it through the day. I can't live without you when you're going to be gone in Vegas, so how can I qualify?
Yeah, call Ellen back and have Scott have a chit-chat.
Again, Scott will be in Renton today.
I think they got the wrong person, it sounds like. Should have hired someone else.
8:26 and 15 seconds. I think this is a complimentary.
You think?
Somebody writes, if ugly people commit more crime, Terry Free must be a model citizen. I think, if I figure it out correctly, that is a compliment to you.
It is a compliment.
Yes.
Yeah. Wow. Thanks.
Terry's hot.
Mm-hmm. I think that's what he's trying to say.
Glad to thank you. No, you think so.
Outages.
I think you do.
Hey.
What?
Okay. Anyhow, Terry.
Yes, sir.
As of yesterday, the qualifiers were as follows. Trying to find themselves a seat on the party plane and make it all official like that.
Right.
Mandy Kaplan.
Yeah.
Natalie Whipple.
Right.
Ryan Ross.
Okay.
Mona Hunter.
Mona.
Justin Purdy.
Party.
And
Purdy.
Jamie Wilson, Terry.
Uh-huh. Is today the day that we start, like, carrying over?
You want to start carrying people over?
Yes.
So if they don't win the carryover?
Yes.
Is that how it works?
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
You're the one.
It's like Price is Right. When you get called down, you can be there the whole show.
Right. You can be there the whole show and feel sorry for the guy who always is there at the end, even though he was starting getting depressed. He was all excited at the beginning.
Yeah. First guy called down and been there the whole show.
Starts bidding $1.
You should know how much an armoire is, you jackass.
Right. Brought this on yourself, dick. All right, now, Terry.
You're going to come to the show. Start pricing things out.
I'm putting them all in the hopper. Can you pick me a name? Can you pick me a name? Can you pull something out of there? Can you close your eyes? Can you make it happen? What do you got? This one here?
Yeah.
This one that says Mandy Kaplan?
Yeah.
That's the one you picked?
Sure. Yeah.
It is.
Is that what it says?
Well,
I pointed and...
Well, I'm showing you right now.
Yeah.
What does it say?
It says Mandy Kaplan.
Mandy Kaplan. Congratulations. She is on the plane with her guest, Terry.
No, Mona.
But you didn't pick Mona.
I wasn't good at that.
You didn't pick Mona.
Jeez, I'm sorry, Mona.
You have something against lesbians?
No.
Terry.
I'm sorry.
You're like Vinny.
Yeah.
Mona.
I like Mona.
Mona goes back in the hopper.
Oh, good.
Because Terry decided today's the first official day that people carry over.
Yeah.
And then eventually there has to be a flushing out of all qualifiers and you start anew.
Okay.
Now, is that on Fridays? Is there a certain day? Or is there just a certain feel that you get, okay, we've had enough qualifiers, they've had enough of a chance, flush them all out?
Feel.
Okay.
Thursday at 10.
Thursday at 10.
Thursday to Thursday.
Stephen makes these very important executive decisions.
So we flush them in 10 minutes.
But Stacy or Mandy Kaplan, you don't have to worry at all.
She's on the plane.
And a guest.
Are on the plane.
I wish it was Gabe Kaplan. Why can't it be Gabe Kaplan?
The T-Man.